Want to participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the mighty WJFK, P.O. Box 3649, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
I don't want to alarm anybody. Just want to make sure Buzz is with us. Buzzer, are you here today?
I'm here, yes.
Oh, all right. Your friends are here. They're not his friends.
No.
Look at all of them wearing their matching tight black sweaters. Oops. All right, there. Get out of here.
Enemy.
There you go.
Himself. A man of faith. A man of hate. And a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
And now they don't shout it, they sing it.
Nicer that way. And if you don't think they're Buzz's friends, have him explain why they're sharing a hotel room with him. And you. Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Challenge. And all the ships at sea. Come enjoy their toothy grin and tangerine skin. Don Geronimo and...
Yeah, I made him laugh during my intro. I challenge you. Challenge. Enchanté. I challenge you to listen to this show. Challenge you to listen to this show for 1 second today.
Amen.
That's my challenge. If you can manage, if you're listening right now, congratulations.
Good job.
Thanks. So we're listening. It's 1:28:04 Wednesday.
Thank you, Wednesday. Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here.
That was not the smoothest intro that we've ever done to a radio show.
Oh, no, it was not.
But excellent challenge.
Now, please to explain challenge and where the origins of challenge come from.
Rob said to me like 2 seconds before we went on the air, he said, I have a challenge for you.
Challenge.
Challenge me.
I like it. I like it too.
The challenge is for you to get through on these telephone lines.
That is always a great challenge.
877-365-3636 is the number from anywhere in America. From Canada, 800-636-1067, Washington, D.C., 202-432-1067.
Wednesday!
We ask for your calls at any time of an exotic nature and entertaining nature. If you are talking about what we are talking about, call. Otherwise, just wait for your turn on the rotating phone scan.
Please to make sure they are relevant.
With your challenge.
Yes, you are challenge. You are challenged to make a relevant call.
Your challenge. Here is a call that seems to have something to do with what we've been talking about on the show. Let's see if this actually works. Ari.
Hello.
Hello. Talking about nothing.
I was wondering where you guys will be broadcasting from in Houston. I'm a big fan.
See, we did mention the Super Bowl.
I get it. Did we say that?
In some way. No, we mentioned the hotel room.
Right.
That Buzz would be sharing his hotel with the Nazis.
Right.
Yeah. We'll be at the convention center.
Oh, is it George R. Brown one?
Yes, the one with every other smelly disc jockey in America lined up.
Sweet George R. Brown?
Oh, yeah. It's a great place. Can I come get a picture with you, maybe?
Of course. Come on by. And you'll be able to listen. As soon as any airplane lands in the greater Houston area, you'll smell the DJs as soon as you get off the airplane.
Yes.
You're going to know, not that you're at a Super Bowl, not that you're in one of the great American cities. Was that the wrong place, Charlie?
No, that's the right place, but Radio Row is not open to the public.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Charlie's the kind of guy that just, let me tell you, the pleasure that he just got out of it.
Hey, listen, if you're in Houston...
Not open to the public, I'm sorry.
Come on by.
The best thing you can do is about 4 o'clock on Friday, just come to the official hotel of the Super Bowl and stand in the lobby with everyone else.
Right, exactly. And
cheaply.
We'll sell you some tickets.
We'll repeat our advice from before. You can do anything with confidence and a clipboard.
Right.
Come on in.
You got that right. Last night I'm watching the show 24, and oh man, Jesus Christ, is that show great because Hector's dead.
Yeah.
Hector's the drug lord.
Right, and Hector's brother, the guy that was in the Harrison Ford movie.
Yes.
What was Clothes and Personal
I thought that was Hector. It's Hector's brother that was in Clear and Present Danger.
Clear and Present Danger. Right. So right at the very end of 24 last night. Hector said, we cannot do this deal. We cannot. I am walking away from this. We will walk away from this. No deal. And then the brother says, oh, Hector, don't walk out. Hector, I am going to walk. And,
yeah.
And
the brother shot him?
Yeah, like not fake.
Ooh, so the deal is on.
I mean, of course it's fake because it's television, but...
Yes, but it was real in your eyes.
But not fake for the world of 24. That's why that show is still so gosh darn good.
The Golden Globe winner, you know.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything, Buzz. It's still it's a pretty decent show.
It's nice when they're acknowledged by the Hollywood Foreign Press.
Mike, you want to get to this incest thing? We should get this out of the way eventually.
Oh yeah, knock it out of the way.
Eventually,
yeah, because it makes me nauseous.
We should get it out of the way.
Knock it right out.
I do have a couple.
Knock the bottom out of it.
A couple of options for you.
Okay.
There's stuff that we've been sitting on here. We can always analyze Roger Ebert's stroke.
Yes, of course.
And call our agent, who is also Roger Ebert's agent.
Yes.
We've got a disc jockey to help.
Okay. Well, more like a PD, but he's a DJ too.
Yeah, we got my goodness, and then a game here that I wanted to try out. Got for Christmas a traditionally bad Christmas game. I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, which actually might be good on the show. And we got to call TV's Lisa Remedy at some point because let me just say. Congratulations. I know that we're not heard in Los Angeles, but hopefully word of this will get back to, I still like to think of her as an acquaintance of ours, Lisa Remedy, known as a star of King and Queens.
In this case, you really should say congratulations.
Yes, there you go. Crispy congratulations.
But anyway.
Pleased to offer a brief public service announcement prior to you selecting what we're going to do next.
Sure.
Those lazy asses out on the freeways with their coating of ice, their quarter-inch of ice on top of their car.
Amen.
Too lazy to take that extra 6 minutes to get that coating of ice. I saw a car today that was nailed. I don't believe the windshield was cracked, but it could have been. Mm-hmm. And, really, I can't stereotype into one particular group of people because everybody's doing this. But take the goddamn layer of ice and snow off your top of your car, lazy asses.
No, Mike, you're stereotype.
Well, okay. Can I say something? Mommies in minivans.
No, and
mommies in minivans who are scary busy.
No. I saw Next today driving pickup trucks.
Yeah, I've seen it on pickup trucks, vans.
Listen,
it's ridiculous.
Mike, we should not ridicule these people. We should feel bad for these people. You know why?
Why? Because they're morons?
No. They ain't got garages.
I know a lot of people that don't have garages that had snow all over their car, and they completely had their cars scraped off.
They have ice scrapers.
I know.
Ice scrapers.
But they don't have the box to put their car in.
This is true.
That's how, in this society, in this particular argument, you draw the line down the middle.
I had a rental car, and my car, with the inch of snow and the freezing rain, stayed outside, and I scraped it off.
Yeah, you either have a box for your car, or you don't have a box for your car.
So now you're making it like so many arguments. You're making it status.
Yeah, yes. Well, listen.
You're saying just because people don't have garages, they shouldn't scrape their cars off.
You were asking for some dimensions of hatred. You were going to start with mommies in minivans.
Right.
And then I included it to next with trucks.
And then people with that. Well, obviously people that don't either have garages.
Mike, if you just think about it for a moment, anyone without a garage, a car box, simply doesn't deserve to drive.
So stay home.
Stay home
and don't contribute to our lack of welfare.
And I think of a great American whose name I've not mentioned on this show in at least days, Kenneth Stevens, who had a 6-car box while he was briefly employed as a manager before he was
sick as that
ceremoniously dumped.
If you take safety out of it, though, don't you think it's sort of fun when the ice comes flying off the top of your car, especially if you have your window open?
I would, Rob, but I believe it was years ago. The second Mrs. Mike O'Mara was cruising along and actually had the window shattered by one of those.
Mike,
and it became personal at that point.
Take 1 second.
Yes.
Could we just copyright that if we could?
the second Mrs. O'Mara.
Thank you.
Yes. You know what? It's very frustrating, and I just wanted to share that because really, especially when it's on like something like a Pontiac Grand Am. a car that's low to the ground, and you know what it takes, really? There's one downstairs.
It takes a car box.
It takes one sweep of your arm.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you can't afford
Put a glove on and one sweep of the arm.
You can't afford a car box.
Or a car cozy, in my case.
A cozy?
Yes, you wear a car cover.
You've got like
I don't have a car box, but I have a car cozy. I have a car cover.
What's the name for that? They call that
they call it a car cover.
A car cozy, it's the thing you wrap around
No, Buzz, it's called a carport.
No.
Buzz actually has
this is a cloth.
The thing that he zips up.
You don't even have like a constructed thing.
No, I have no car box.
You put a cloth over your car?
Yeah, it's a cozy.
It's the car cozy, and it's the closest thing that some people will ever have to a car box. In many ways, it's a car sock.
So, Buzz, would you recommend that for everybody that I'm talking to here to get a car cozy?
I'm in agreement with you. People should do anything they can so that the flying sheets of ice don't come off their cars and behead people.
It's a sleeping bag for your car.
That's right.
Is it built by Trojan?
A car cozy. Well, anyway, I've said my piece.
Well, and right so.
And you're right, and I've seen it out there humps today too. But I did it.
I scraped I scraped that all off of my car because I didn't have it in my car box. Well, Rob, what did you have a layer of ice on your car? On the Tahoe?
Yeah, it fell off as soon as I got up to speed on 66.
Who did kill?
Fabulous. It didn't hurt anybody. You know what? I got some applause because it looked so
right.
It was spectacular.
Right.
You know what?
You know what happens when I complain on this show? Nobody sympathizes.
I do.
Mike, listen.
They mock me.
Mike,
I just like when it comes off.
I sympathize with you. I saw the same thing today.
Very dangerous.
If given the opportunity, I would have spoken about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you get worked up about something,
right,
you tend, on occasion, not to see the funny side of it because you are so
funny
serious.
Side? What is funny about it?
What about the beautiful side of it? What about the glistening shards of ice?
It's not glistening.
When it crashes to the road.
Oh, it's a God damn it.
And my attempt to find the funny side was to bring in the car box.
I don't want to bring in the funny side. I want to do a non-comedy show from here on out.
You have a car box, and the second Mrs. O'Mara has a car box.
Yes.
I imagine the first Mrs. O'Mara has a car box.
Who knows about that? I wouldn't know about that. Would have no idea.
Maybe she has the zipper up cozy.
The car cozy.
The car cozy.
Yes. Well, I've said my piece.
I know,
Good job.
And you're right. But really, we're going to Houston tomorrow, so who cares when we get back?
It'll all be gone.
It'll all be gone.
I hope so.
It'll all be gone.
But sometimes getting that ice off is very challenging.
It is a challenge.
Hello, Matt, Don and Mike. Matt.
Okay, you guys really need to give me 48 hours before you start talking about 24.
Oh, no, this is a rule we've established, Matt. This is why I'm allowing this call now in the sacred time of the show, which is
sacred time.
Which is really just
pleased to announce sacred
holy
time.
Special time, just for me and Mike. It's it's our time to have.
You know what? It is our time because I said to Jeff Hedges downstairs, I said, you know what? What's great, because I was just bitching. I was bitching because somebody parked in my space today. I was bitching, and it was a friend of mine, so I couldn't bust his balls. And I was just complaining about, going to the doctors today and all this stuff. And I said, Jeff, in about 10 minutes, I get to get it all out of my system.
Yeah.
And it's the best. And this is, as Don put it, the sacred time of the show.
And my friend, we accept your call now, but I want to tell you a rule that we decided long ago. First off, 24 ain't as popular as it used to be. It's gone back almost to being a cult favorite.
Yeah.
And because of that, and because we've discussed it, if you're not up to speed on it, on 24, that's one of those shows, if you don't catch it the day of, the rule is off.
Right.
If it's really something important, like Friends.
Oh, you fag!
Hello. You too. No, I'm trying to think. There would really be nothing right now that I can think of that would be so important that you would.
Premiere of American Idol?
No. We talked about that. You can talk about that.
But I tape everything. That's
are you talking about importance, or what are you talking? How are you?
No,
where do you lift the restriction?
For instance, if there was let's say that today there was a show like Survivor that really captivated America, where everybody was watching the same show because it was so great.
My big fat obnoxious fiance.
Okay. You didn't even watch the second episode.
I didn't.
So it obviously does not fall into that category where we wouldn't talk about it like it's some secret.
I didn't have any TV last night.
None?
I had burst pipes.
Oh, dear.
Mike?
I had burst pipes in my car box. That's why I had to know my car box.
You have a faulty car box.
I have a faulty car box.
I don't think we can work together anymore.
I should point out I'm a tenant. I am a tenant.
You're a renter.
Yes.
Looking for the second Mrs. O'Mara.
Oh, dear, lung butter. Yeah.
Terry, Don and Mike, welcome to the sacred time. Here you are, getting into the sacred time.
The sacred hour.
Please kneel.
How you doing, guys? I'm honored. Listen, I thought it was important that Mike keeps referring to the second Mrs. O'Mara, and he's not talking about the last, as in the final Mrs. O'Mara.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Aren't you like the all Dr. Phil'd out that you figured that out, Oprah? All right, thank you, Terry.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, then.
Well, now that's going to freak me out for the rest of the day.
Goodbye. Incest.
Incest in the first sacred hour of the show.
Here we go. And we're going to pick the winner now. So that God forbid one day that I am coming to work and like the thing happens that Mike's talking about. Someone without a car box, the ice flies off the top of their car, comes through mine, slices my head off like in The Exorcist or one of those movies. They're going through my effects, and they find that I'm carrying these letters with me.
Yeah, that'd probably be a little incriminating.
So here are your 5 finalists, and let's see if we can just among us select a winner. And
you have fun here.
I will.
And give them $100, whoever the winning incest letter is. And it's brother and sister incest, although one of them does mention...
Turn your headphones up, Buzz.
Dad. I won't read all 5 letters in their totality.
Yeah, well, you covered some of them.
Some of them. The first one was the guy who had the parents going to Las Vegas for the weekend. He was old enough to leave in charge for the weekend. He's 18. Sister is 17. This was pre-VCR and stuff. They're the bottom. This is the couple that had the old bottle of Dago red wine. The parents never drank. They're watching TV. Telling me about what we did. The daughter was telling the brother, the sister and the brother. I told her about how one girl let me under her sweater, and she got real quiet. She asked what it was like. I told her the girl liked it. You remember this one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I sat down on the couch, put my arms around her, bent down to kiss her. It was strange at first. Kissing my sister.
Strange at first.
But soon I quit thinking of her my sister, as she was just a hot girl. I slipped my hand under her shirt. We'd already had showers, so she hadn't put on a bra. I touched her. I thought I was going to do it right in my PJ.
Oh, my.
Anyway, it goes on. That's letter number 1.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. Let's see. How does this one end, though? A few years later, I got divorced. My sister got divorced and moved back. She's working at a hospital.
Oh, this is that one.
Yeah, reunited.
These are the reunited ones.
She and I had become good friends because of what we've been through. One night we were getting drunk after a long week, laughing about stuff that happened growing up. She got serious and asked about the weekend. I remember. And did I? It was my favorite time of my whole life. She got up from her chair, slid into my lap. She kissed me.
It's grosser this time.
Hottest kiss.
Not that it wasn't gross the first time.
I think it's better.
We kissed for a while.
It's not better, Buzz.
Then we stood and went to my bedroom. It was incredible. Best sex I ever had. This time she was real vocal, too, unlike the first time. I woke up and we did it again in the morning. We'd get together once a week or so and make love. Always at my place. I love my sister. It's the best sex I ever had. Oh, my God. I started writing this. You said you were canceling the contest. It's almost with relief. I heard that. I would have no idea how to explain to my sister how I won a trip to the Super Bowl. So that is the...
Well, you're not going to win a trip to the Super Bowl.
That's the...
So don't worry about it.
The second one... Let's see. Tell me if you remember this one. Hello, Don and Mike. In 1994, my 22-year-old sister came home from college, Cal Berkeley. She and I went to a bar and started drinking Surfers on Acid. That's Jägermeister, Malibu, and pineapple juice.
That'll do it.
We began talking about what she was going to do for work, and in hushed tones, with a don't tell mom and dad look on her face, she told me she was going to be a high-priced hooker in Las Vegas. Do you remember this one?
Yep, remember that one.
I laughed out loud. Then they go down, and she says that she made $60,000 in cash last year effing guys. I said, you effing did not. We went into a back-and-forth argument. I finally said, prove it. She said, take me home, the whole ride home. She talked about Essing D's and how crappy condoms taste. And how a lot of guys need to bathe. All of her talk turned me on. And then this one said, you're pulling the Super Bowl prize, and there's no way I'm continuing the story. At which point, we received a follow-up email saying, if I'm a finalist, I'll send you the rest of the story.
Okay.
Well, consider this, that these are the finals, and we never received the rest of the story, so this one must simply be judged.
That has to stand on its own.
As half a story. That, I guess, his sister did tell him the condoms taste bad, but there's no proof there that, or in any of these, that anything happened. Here's our third finalist. Don and Mike. When I was 18, I'm 32 now, I found out I was adopted. I spent the next few years trying to track down my birth parents. I found out they were both dead. I had a twin sister. Remember this one now? Given up for adoption. After I had exhausted all the leads I could, I hired a private detective agency to find my sister. They found her. Let's call her Heather in San Diego. Blah, blah, blah. They meet for a weekend in Vegas. They're very nervous. Had a few drinks. Stolen kiss in the hot tub. Turned into a lingering embrace outside her hotel room door. Making love all night long. In the morning, we were embarrassed, ashamed. We didn't talk about what happened. We left Vegas saying we'd keep in touch, but we never did. After a few years, Christmas cards stopped coming. I've never told my wife about the encounter. It was a mistake that ruined any chance of a relationship I could have with my real sister.
I will tell you that of all of them, I believe that's the one that sounds the most legit.
Then we have Dear Don and Mike. Do half-sisters count? My sister and I share the same father but have different mothers. If it does count, please don't use my real name. I'm sure you remember this.
See, I think that question alone might account for the problem.
They live in Maine. You probably want to know how and when it happened. I was around 21. She was living with her mom and stepfather. We hadn't seen each other for a long time. He goes on that she was quite the whore in high school. She certainly looked and acted like it. At first, I felt sick about being attracted to her, honestly. But I didn't feel like she was my sister. I mean, we didn't grow up together. I hadn't seen her in a while. I stupidly flirted with her. We would wrestle and play. And I asked you not, sometimes I got aroused. She noticed it. I never asked. One time we were at my apartment. I was living with a roommate. A lot of times nothing could happen because my roommate was never there or other friends were. That helped me not to be stupid. One time she showed up. I was the only one there. She wanted a drink. I bought beers. We're flicking through the
Alcohol
channels.
seems to run through a lot of these.
We're flicking through the channels. We came across wrestling. No, I'm not a fan. She said she could pin me in less than 30 seconds. Remember this part of the letter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they wrestle, and then it ends up that they did it. They make love.
She just brushed right over that.
She looked at me. I looked at her, and we did it. I felt sick afterward. I couldn't believe we had done it. The only sad thing was great sex. We didn't talk for a while, but one night I got drunk and told her to come over. She did. It happened a few times like that, and maybe 10. When we finally got caught by my roommate, we stopped. That's pretty much how it went. Only few people know about this, so if you use this, don't use my real name. Thanks. That's our fourth finalist.
That's number 4.
That's our fourth finalist. And
that's the second most credible one.
Our fifth finalist. Guys, although we don't want to talk about it now, I can tell you the story of my experience. My sister and I engaged in regular activity, including kissing, petting, oral, and intercourse. As a young boy, I learned about completion and experienced what we called the feeling. I know you get a lot of stories, but the reason I should win is as follows. Oh, I forgot to mention that at the beginning of this... He mentions he's 18 and his sister is 17, on the cusp of... So he's saying this is happening late in life. I mean, we had some that say earlier, but he's specific about the ages here.
Is he still that age? I mean, is this current?
Let me read on.
Usually they go back.
It was my dad who taught us and participated.
Oh, no.
We'd go camping and play games. If we won, it would allow us to tell the other two what to do to us. Yes, this included my dad and I doing it.
I don't buy it.
I'm putting this into the letter because I was not a child. I was a man making a choice. My dad allowed me to... Even I have my limits, Mike, with what I'll read.
Wow. Well, I think it's BS, too.
Just to kick the extra point, I grew up to marry, have 2 children, discover I was gay, divorce, and raise my children into the wonderful adults that they are today.
Right.
That's your 5th finalist.
Happy.
So those are our 5?
Those are the 5. Now, we got a lot. You know, we didn't think we'd get any.
It was amazing.
We ended up getting, between 15 and 1,000.
I know who I'm voting for.
That means 15.
So do I.
Okay, well, then let's just step up. I'll tell you guys. The one that I liked the best was... God damn. I don't know. Maybe number 4? Maybe number 5. Buzz, I don't know. Which do you like best?
I still like letter number 1, which I call Reunited.
All right, that's the parents go to Las Vegas for the weekend.
Right.
Mike, which do you like?
Well, Don, I think you know how I think I've made it pretty clear how I feel about this. I don't think we should have any winners in this contest. But I'm going to go with number 3 for one reason. That in letter number 3, he writes one thing that I concur with. It was a big mistake.
Okay,
letter number 3.
Number 3. I just want to say it's too bad we never got the second part of the one where the guy says his sister didn't like the taste of condoms.
Right. The sister was the hooker.
Right. I really like that one. So. Yeah. I'm afraid that I have to go for Mike. My vote goes for Do Half Sisters Count?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was the one that I liked. I would have gone with this one, but it involved the dad.
Do Half Sisters count the hooker?
Nope.
The unfinished one?
Let me see. No, they wrestle.
Okay.
Thought they could pin within 30 seconds. I was freaking horny. I drank a few more beers. They did it like 10 times later, but almost got caught by my roommate. We stopped, and that's pretty much how it went. Only a few people know this, so please, if you use this, don't use my real name.
All right. You know what? And I think really, Buzz, in fairness to Don, since he got the ball rolling on this, might as well go with his winner.
I have no problem changing to number 4. I like that one as well, and it'll help.
Well, guys, listen, I want...
Number 4 it is.
I want incest to be something that we all, at least in this brief moment of the special sacred time of the show, that we embrace it.
Yeah? What do you want?
If you feel strongly about yours...
No, I really don't. And I don't feel strongly about any of them. Thank you. But thank you for asking me, So often I want to play. But on this particular one, I'll just... you go right ahead. You go right ahead.
Well, then... Buzz?
Yes?
You guys wrestle it around.
I like 1, 2, and 4. If you like 4, I'm with you.
Let's get a tiebreaker on the telephone.
All right.
Okay.
Between number 1 and number 4.
Number 4 was the wrestling one, right?
Number 4 was wrestling. Yeah, hold on, let me see.
Buzz like number 1 where they were reunited and they still do it today, and I don't think that in any way, shape, or form should be rewarded.
And mine,
beautiful.
But mine's
not a beautiful story.
Mine's as bad.
Bastard.
In mine, they did it for 10 more times until they were finally caught by the roommate.
Right, and then they stopped.
Well, at least that's what they write.
Yeah.
And know this, that either way...
Look, foolish me trying to find a happy ending out of all
this. But, Mike, you might, because this will not be the end of it, because whether it's letter number 1 or letter number 4 that's selected,
right,
we then begin the process of emailing these people to have the grand incest inquisition.
Ah, yes, to see the crap detectives come out.
Right, because we know that a lot of these are like letters from Penthouse.
Might do a little moralizing when we get them on the line.
Hello, Don and Mike show. Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, who's this?
This is Scott.
All right, Scott, which did you like best?
I like number 1.
Number 1?
The whole reunited thing.
Reunited.
All right. We'll go with that as our winner.
Been selling magazines for years.
We needed a tiebreaker.
Well, Don, I think it's official. You can call that Buzz Burbank's number 1.
Reunited, Peaches and Herb. All right, well, get ready. Now, I'm sure this is not the guy's real name. Well, maybe. I
don't think they want real names.
Yeah, I guess... Boy, this guy is...
And I don't think we should read any names.
Let me just say that this guy has a very normal name. And he has, Mike, take a look at the very top. And his email address is about as elementary as you can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's pretty easy if he's on the level to get back in touch with him.
I would think so. I would think so. We would hope. And this one, man, I mean, this was a real novel this guy wrote.
Yeah.
Well, and good job, everybody.
Yeah, we want to thank...
True or not,
we want to thank everybody. You're so right. We want to thank everybody that joined us for the incest contest, which, remember, happened out of protest.
That's right.
For AOL and the NFL for our Super Bowl contest. We normally...
I think it should be pointed out, Don did a lot of editing on these letters, and he handed me this one, and I'm going through it right now, and I just want to say, contestant number 1, you're sick.
Please save them for me.
Let me just
very penthouse letterish.
It takes something very important like us getting snubbed by AOL and the NFL for us to do something like this. But Mike, I hope you see now that I do reflect your sentiments.
You took the razor blade to that one.
And I'm not reading the stuff that. Hey Buzz, I'll give it to you. You could probably work one out to this.
Thank you. Yeah,
you enjoy yourself.
You probably could.
Forward to the next break.
I'll be honest, Buzz. Yeah. It is kind of hot.
Yeah, thank you, Don.
God,
I knew you'd agree.
It is kind of hot. Yuck. All right,
yuck. There you go. There's the real reaction right there.
Yes.
Yuck.
That's the winner. We'll contact you, and then we'll get you on the telephone.
See if you enjoy that, Buzz. And let me know if you do, because I'm going to put a sign in your front yard.
Let me just say, I can say the guy's first name. It's a very common name. His first name is Mike. No, and it's
could be anybody.
I know what you think. It's not
Michael Mara.
No, absolutely not.
No, and it certainly is not.
Michael Elston and Joe Arnger.
None of those people. Thank you. That's our incest winner.
There it is.
We're done with it until this person gets back with us.
Yes.
We'll send them an email from the show saying, congratulations, you've won. Now come on the show and explain
You might want to either file those or burn them, the other ones, Don, so they don't find them in your valise.
Okay, we'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Oh, take that out. It smells like
Has this ever happened to you? You have a load of beer cans, stolen car parts, drug paraphernalia, rib bones, and tattoo needles that could sink a landfill. And a regular trash bag can't hold that crap. It'll just break.
Clean that up. How are we going to sleep on the floor, huh? And who's that asshole?
You need white trash bags. They're double packed to handle the type of garbage that only white trash can dish out.
Hey, this thing weighs a ton.
I told you your grandmother died.
Hey, look, it's not ripping, it's ripping and nothing.
White trash bags. In 1-ply, 2-ply, and how the did you get it in their ply?
The Don and Mike Show.
Did you wash your ass today? Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Now, listen, a lot of you people call us fat bastards, and we don't allow those calls anymore. We're bastards, but we're working on our weight. And, we both have been on this dieting plan. I just want to say, I want to give a special shout-out to my man, Joe.
Joe.
Right, Joe Ardinger, because he's going to help me today with my diet even more.
Joe Ardinger.
Yeah, he nailed it today.
Really?
Joe has 2 simple tasks for me every day. Now, sometimes Mike will send him out for a burger. Rob will send him out for a sandwich or something. But I'm pretty simple, and I pay up front. I send him to the grocery store to buy me Diet Vanilla Coke.
Right.
And incidentally, Coca-Cola, broadcaster now. You're a part of the show. Advertiser, broadcasting on the show. Where's the truck with the free stuff?
Yeah, I'd like to try some of that Diet Coke line.
Yeah.
So there are 2 things that I asked Joe to pick up for me.
Joe.
In his travels. Diet Vanilla Coke and Slim Fast. He comes in the studio, and I'm on this thing. You eat every 3 hours, a certain amount you eat every 3 hours for your metabolism.
When you are trying to lose any kind of weight, you do get into a real rhythm, and it's pretty important what you're putting in your system because if you're trying to do anything.
And I've been pretty good. I lost 74 pounds in over a year, and part of it is due to the fact that I don't eat during the show. I have a Slim Fast halfway through the show. He comes in and he goes, it's so Joe. Comes in and he goes, hey, it might be a little frozen, man. I left it in my car. And I opened...
Now, I just want to point out that your average individual would maybe figure out how to maybe loosen it up a little bit, but, He knew it was frozen.
He brought it
and
in.
there it is.
And
man, doesn't that look good?
I turned it up upside down. I opened the can. Remember, it's
not another earthquake, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Did you guys feel something?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Once again, I didn't feel it.
But it was more like a thump instead of the
door slamming.
It says right here, it's a creamy milk chocolate, healthy, ready-to-drink milk.
Healthy,
Meal.
that's a legend.
Meal, yeah, well, whatever, it works for me.
Right.
Once a day, it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, Joe, my man, it's freaking frozen. It's frozen solid. What am I supposed to do, Joe? Joe, are you eating? Look at this thing, Joe.
Otto, what did you do to his
See
drink?
what happened to the case of Diet Vanilla Coke?
It exploded? All over your car?
Lots of cans broke, and there's one can that looks like a torpedo now.
Oh, wow.
I'll be bringing that down as soon as it thaws out.
All right, well, see what you... Look at this thing, Joe. Look. See, now he sees how frozen this is.
He's amused.
What am I going to do?
That's nasty stuff
it's
anyway,
isn't
it, Don?
Shake, Don.
I got like a Slurpee straw in here, and I was sucking like Heidi Fleiss.
Boil water and put it in the boil. Put the can in the boiled water.
Boy, you're not getting
Look at it in the straw. Look at the straw. It looks like talk.
I'm going to get an ice cream headache.
You're not getting... Yeah, Buzz, I am going to get a Slurpee headache, and you don't get much return on your sucking. Let me just say,
oh, man.
you can suck on this baby all day long.
No, that's nothing coming through there. It's like trying to, suck a tennis ball through a garden hose.
There you go. Look at that. Hard, cold.
Is it crystallized, too?
Yeah. Yes,
that's kind of nasty.
There it is, Mike.
That's nasty stuff.
It looks like I look at a proctologist right now.
Yeah.
Well, here's your sample, Mr. Ardinger.
I'm afraid you're going to have to send that one back to the lab.
Doesn't look great. Joe,
a little bit of a fiber issue there.
Yeah.
I think you should delegate this to somebody and perhaps go to 7-Eleven and just buy an off-the-rack can.
I'll just get another can and put it in some warm water.
Joe should have a person to delegate with, but of course they forbid us from hiring interns anymore with all the bad experiences that we've had.
But do you think if there's anybody out there that wants to learn about radio, but really, more importantly, learn about the things that Joe doesn't like to do at his job?
It's just fun to have an intern. I mean, it really is. It's fun to have somebody to torture.
The only thing I really don't like is pulling the carts. That's tedious.
Really? You don't like that?
But I mean, it's part of the gig. I don't have a problem with
part of Joe's job.
Well, it's not that your job is so overwhelming. I'm just simply saying it's fun to have an intern around. Yeah.
And I guess, Joe, your complaint about your job would be the fact that you have to pull the commercials.
Yeah, they have numbers on them.
There you go.
All right, well,
I'll get you a new shake.
All right, work on that, please. Thank you very much.
Thank
Joe.
you, Otto.
I appreciate that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everybody keeps forgetting that, he's the commandant of California. He broke a state law. And now this is not getting a lot of coverage, but I want to bring this to your attention. He broke a state law in the last couple of weeks before they had the election when he took out, I think it's maybe $5 million, $4.5, right? Yeah, in bank loans to help out his campaign. If Monday's decision is upheld, he's going to be forced to pay back the loans out of his own money, which he should have to do, right?
Well, he's got that money, but I would think that it would be a violation that is worthy of a recall.
So anyway, Arnold Schwarzenegger had to borrow money, and you would think you think he knows better.
I say to everyone here today and to all Californians, my oath and you.
Californian.
Here's the thing. I know how this idiot thinks, this thickhead thinks. He's the same guy, and I saw him interviewed before Terminator, the Rise of the Machines came out.
Right.
That there was one scene, and everybody's seen the movie by now on DVD or on pay-per-view, or even those that were dumb enough to go to the theater, where there's a fire truck that's being driven by the Lady Terminator.
Right.
And she swings around this big wrecking ball, and it smashes Arnold, but of course, because he's a robot, he ends up okay. Or maybe he's driving the fire truck, and he slams the giant wrecking ball at her. Anyway, in the context of this movie, it seems inconsequential because things are blowing up everywhere. But this is the one part that he thought really had to be in, and they said, well, we don't have the money for it. You've gone over budget, over like the movie's made. You're way over. We've already spent over $100 million. He put $2 or $3 million of his own money.
Sure, you go.
Said, Hey, I think it's important to the movie.
This is going to work.
I'll put my money in.
Get the big blow-up scenes for the shootout.
I'm sure it's the same thing here. He's coming right up on Election Day. Mm-hmm. So what do we need? Tell me. What do we need? $4 million?
Why did he take a loan out?
Good question.
Because I don't have a lot of money, because I spent my money on the Terminator.
Interest rates are such a big bargain right now with the campaign.
What it is he had all his money in euro.
Yeah, he had it in the euro.
Mike, we knew that Jerry Lewis was in bad shape, and we laughed. Everybody laughed at the pictures of him during the telethon. This guy, Jerry Lewis, he has to be the most addictive personality, and I don't mean that in the nice way. Like you see him and you go,
you're addicted to him. No, you're talking about he's got an addictive personality, but he gets addicted to things.
There's nothing that this guy can't take that he doesn't get addicted to. Now he's been addicted to the good stuff,
right?
Do we have one of the Percodan tapes? We've got him addicted.
I was bleeding to death.
Yeah, we got him bleeding, and he's been going through a variety of pain pills. But hold on, now it's...
I never blow.
He's also addicted to popsicles now.
Yeah.
The Velcro addict.
Okay, hold on. Here's the one where we got... Oh, this is the one right here about the Percodan. This is Jerry Lewis. About, the...
Percodan is
Percodan.
I'm in London doing Royal Command Performance. And I have a bookie who takes my bets for horse races in London. And I told him my problem, that England doesn't have what I need, and I'm running out. He said, it's okay, I'll get a bloke for you. Okay. He tells me that if I go to Green's Delicatessen in Soho at midnight after my show, a man will come over to me and bring me 10 Percodan. He said, just bring cash. Fine.
Listen, good bargain.
He brought me 10. I gave him $1,000. I had the 10 Percodan that only took me through 3/4 of the next day. That's how bad it was.
Jerry?
So I'm getting in terrible trouble now because the Percodan's not even working.
He's got $1,000 for 10 Percodan.
Wow.
So he's been
getting in terrible trouble.
He has been addicted to everything, and then you saw him. He was all bloated on TV, and he was sick. The deal is,
you know what's funny is that $1,000 for 10 pills is the same health care we get here at CBS.
Yeah, I did.
Reasonable.
So they're giving him steroids. Now, I don't know anybody that's gotten off on steroids. I mean, you hear about athletes that take steroids.
I know exactly what they're giving him because it's what they gave my father before he died, and I don't see that getting addictive.
No.
Well, Mike, Jerry has just
prednisone.
Jerry has just returned from a rehab center after overcoming his dependence on steroids.
It's something, you don't get addicted to it, but you have to be weaned off of it. You
do?
You can't stop it suddenly with steroids.
It is prednisone.
Prednisone, right.
A steroid drug he'd been taking. He was discharged. He had now, Buzz. No, this does not read like something that happens to everybody.
No, you don't you go off it. You have to every steroid.
Right. Jerry Lewis had to stay in rehab for 3 months to kick the habit.
Something's up with that, Buzz. Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, well, then it had to be something else because prednisone itself is not addictive. You do have to be weaned off.
Up to that point, Jerry had concealed his Percodan dependence.
And I knew
I walk out with
this is about the bleeding,
and I collapse in the hallway.
I was bleeding
from every opening I had. Eyes, nose, ears, name it.
Name it. Anyway,
you're not going to say the part where he's bleeding?
Oh. Hold on, where is it?
What had happened was that the Percodan was concealing the pain of a grapefruit ulcer.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, we went past the bleeding.
No, he's got it.
They had me in surgery like in 20 minutes.
I'm bleeding to death.
Don't come.
I was bleeding to death.
I'm bleeding. I'm sorry. I just had to hear that.
No, it's great.
Good.
Who gets hooked on steroids?
It doesn't make sense. You don't go away. My father was on that.
Who has to go lock themselves away in rehab for 90 days because they're taking steroids?
You have to go off it. Like when you take a steroid, you got to ramp up to it, and then you got to ramp off of it.
I heard he was in a physical rehab where he was being physically rehabilitated after all the weight gain that he'd gotten. But, if it says hooked,
Again,
Buzz has always been such a Jerry fan.
Buzz, if you would stop arguing.
I'm not arguing. I'm telling you what I heard.
What does the story say?
The comedian was discharged from an undisclosed Las Vegas hospital January 16th after a 3-month stay to kick the habit.
All right.
And is looking forward to making audiences laugh again.
That's not a rehab. That's not rehabilitation.
And the headline is Jerry Lewis kicks steroids,
bleeding to death.
It's got the big picture of it.
Come on. I'll check in.
Buzz,
I will ask a doctor in just a few minutes. If
don't ask the doctor.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Even if you're right, let us have our fun.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Well, it says right there, kick the habit.
I'm not taking issue with the fact that Jerry gets addicted to everything he touches. I'm just saying, maybe there was something else that we don't know about.
Bleeding to death.
Okay. Anyway, well, he's in rehab for steroids.
It sounds like it.
Mark Gastineau didn't go to rehab. I'm trying to think of another one of those gigantic muscle NFL guys.
That prednisone is nasty, nasty stuff, and they overprescribe it, and it really, that's what makes him look like the Michelin Man, too.
Right. All right, here's something that I think that even Buzz can't complain about.
Wait a minute, we might have a word of wisdom.
No.
Never from Charlie Broyhill.
Not wisdom, but you were wondering some more NFL guys.
Charlie Broyhill.
Lyle Alzado.
Yeah, all right, he died.
He should have gone to therapy.
All right, he died of it.
Right.
Okay.
Not the same kind of steroids, though.
Oh.
It's a different kind of steroid. It's not the kind of steroid that you take to build muscles. It's the kind of steroid that makes you bleed to death.
And I was bleeding.
I'm getting in terrible trouble here.
Now,
Jimmy,
let me just point out the following. Dionne Warwick has always
say no more.
Has always needed braces. I have not understood this from Do You Know the Way to San Jose to I Know I'll Never Love This Way Again.
Walk On By.
Whatever it is, she got the Vish mouth. She got the Vish teeth. She got the Vish overbite.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah, I was going to be singing like this. And then, remember?
Keep smiling.
She got a mouthful of dinner plates. And for a while, she was on the Psychic Friends Network.
Yes, she was.
And then she was in bankruptcy court or something.
She got in terrible trouble.
Not before she hosted Solid Gold.
Yep. Anyway, you're wondering who's standing up to defend Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, it's Dionne Warwick.
Hey.
Oh, boy.
She says that it's a complete injustice. I watched him grow, becoming the icon he is. I don't believe it. It's a complete injustice. Dionne Warwick.
Haven't heard from Dionne Warwick in a while.
Dionne Warwick.
Didn't we have her on the show one time?
We've had everybody on it.
We've had everybody on it one time. We had her on the show.
Famous.
Let's see. Dennis Miller's show on CNBC. Now, you're going to see the ads.
Right-wing commentator Dennis Miller.
We talked the other day about how it's not the Dennis Miller that we liked and we thought was funny. With the Dennis Miller that would make jokes at everybody. You're going to see the ads now on CNBC saying, Dennis Miller ratings hit. Dennis Miller, biggest show. Here's the deal. If you're on a channel that has no viewers and you get one viewer,
right,
you can say
100% increase.
Thank you, Mike. Dennis Miller draws huge ratings for CNBC.
Well, for them.
Okay? Never mind that he was still beaten by Fox News Channel, Hannity and Combs, and even Larry King beat him. And no one watches Larry King. His audience was half of Larry King's audience. However, he doubled the audience that Deborah Norville had.
Well, wow.
So when you hear about Dennis Miller having his ratings gained,
that is an accomplishment right there.
Just keep in mind. At the Golden Globes, you didn't see this, but a great story here with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. That they're both there. They're both big fat losers. Nick, and I like it when they refer to her as Nick, and when Tom calls her Nick.
God, I love her. Man, do I love her.
Tom says, Nick and I, and then she says, well, Tom just likes S&D. Whatever.
She didn't say
she says, no, Nick, now this is in London's Daily Mirror, Nick marched up to Tom in front of people and said, will you stop calling me? Stop leaving me messages, and stop leaving me text messages. Tom was said to hiss when he replied, and I'm going to read it exactly the way it's written, "Shh, not here, Nicole."
Wow. Whoa.
Anyway, Tom Cruise says his rep says it was a pleasant talk.
Wow.
They had a pleasant talk. And there's a TV show, I got to wind this up. There's a TV show that nobody watches.
I was kind of hoping when you started that story that it might be one of those happy endings. That she walked up, threw her arms around him, but no.
No. Actually, two more things if you would just give me a second. Nobody watches this show called Get Up with Jack and Allie. It's like a Regis and Kelly show.
Yeah, what network is it on? I looked at it the other day.
Mike, of course, it's on CBS. CBS. That's the network. Have you seen that?
Is that the one with Jack Ford?
Yes.
And it could not suck enough.
And George Stephanopoulos' wife is the co-host.
Oh, really? Allie?
Yeah. She got some bags under her eyes, man.
Now, I'm glad you brought it up because this is what I noticed about it. This is what's horrible about it. They all have those jive openings where they have the letters of the show and the cute little vignettes with the mugging for the camera. Well, they take it times 60 on this show. There is more mugging with this show. The worst prior to this was Jenny Jones. Jenny Jones had the worst, hey, I'm so cute. This guy, Jack Jones, and if you ever look at Jack Jones, he's got weird hands. Now, I hope he doesn't have like a deformity or anything like that.
I've never noticed his hands.
Look at his thumbs. If you ever watch the show, look at his, see my thumb? So you see that thumb almost straight?
See my finger, see my thumb, see my fist, you better run.
His thumb bends back like this. I swear to God.
It's not the same Jack Jones who sang the
Jack Ford.
Oh, Jack Ford. Okay.
Jack Ford. So anyway, it's a bad Regis and Kathy Lee show. But they've made some news because, and now nobody watches the show, so we researched this. Impossible to get a copy of the tape of this. Even the edited tape. They had as a guest Paula Abdul from, and I love the way they call it AI3. Like AI is artificial intelligence, but really it's American AI3.
Right? AI3, my butt.
So she's on this show, the morning chat show, and the quotes from the people who work on the show are, she was out of it. She was slit-eyed and slurring. And Paula Abdul actually fell asleep halfway through her interview. On stage.
Wow.
Drunk or drugged? They don't know.
Steroids.
Paula has said...
Or bleeding to death.
To have had the flu. Or the other story that she's floating out there, she just broke up with some guy. And the people on the show saw that. Now, if I had this, I'd run this. I just run it every day. I wouldn't say today we have Bernadette Peters. But
want to see that Paula Abdul interview again?
But screw it. What they did was they cut it out of the show.
Right.
They cut it out of deference to Paula Abdul, and then the overall spokesperson for Living It Up says the interview went well. And then when they said, well, what about the part that you cut out about Paula Abdul being drunk and falling asleep? He said, I can't comment on any edits.
Oh, God.
So
what total wimps. Way to go.
If you happen to see it, let us know if you could tell. But even if you watched the show, you wouldn't see her actually falling asleep in the middle of her interview.
That's just a shame. The TV still chooses to insult the intelligence of the American people.
And Mike, I'm so glad you said that because that leads right into the last thing I wanted to bring up today.
Right.
They keep doing it to us. We just bend over and keep taking it. I'm going to break the news to you now. I know all the talks about Sex and the City, the final season, Frasier, the final season. Does anybody know that tonight, and I'm talking now less than East Coast time, less than 5 hours away?
Right.
The final episode of Becker.
Oh, God. Is it really?
That's right. Pecker's going off the air.
Is it still on?
No.
Yeah. Buzz? Okay. Now, you wounded me before, but now you really hurt me.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
How many seasons?
Enough to get syndicated.
Jesus, he did squeeze in enough. Because we interviewed him back when that show was starting.
Sure did. And if anybody is a monkey-looking man, it's Ted Danson. He really looks like he could be in Planet of the Apes. Just the way that his face is structured, his bone structure.
But I got to know, do you like him on the Larry David Show? Because I think he's pretty funny on the Larry David Show.
I think he's great on the Larry David Show.
Yeah, except he's still
He's still dancing.
And he's still got that wife, the
Mary Steenburgen.
Yuck. I just hate. But, anyway, I know that will go by without a lot of fanfare today.
I'd go easy on Mary, though. You know, Mary dropped me an email the other day.
About your man, Wes Clark?
Yes, yeah.
About your man?
Yeah, about the third place finisher. No,
got to break here. We mentioned Joe. A second ago. He has quite a movie collection. We're trying to do this once a week now. We're going to bring in Joe. We're going to watch a movie today, an informational movie made for kids.
Yay.
Back in the 1970s.
I hope we can do that. I understand the television is frozen.
We'll be right back. Oh, Rob, this thing didn't do it. Mike gave us the good out, and the thing just went... You see? Did you hear that? That brrr?
There
you go. All right.
The Don and Mike Show.
Ain't a good sign.
The story about the wackiest, sexiest, fun-filled place to take your girl. The Groove Room. A place where lights flash, machines spark, and the people get more turned on than the electricity. The Groove Room. Somebody just had to invent a place like this. Take off your inhibitions and have some fun in The Groove Room. The Groove Room. Rated X for adults. From Independent International.
The Don and Mike Show.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe. Are there times when you have to have fresh breath?
Now the one.
They have very nice teeth.
Thanks.
Don Geronimo and Michael Mera.
You don't want to have bad breath when you're going to be watching educational movies from the 1970s.
Yeah, you don't want to breathe all over that set.
Time for the weekly segment featuring
Joe.
Right, Joe.
Joe
There we go.
Yeah.
The Joe Show. Let's welcome now the world's oldest phone screener.
Yay.
And the world's oldest phone screener with his own namesake. Here's Joe, who's incidentally mastered the Slim Fast problem.
You know what's great? I mean, and I hope people in the listening audience get a feel for this. When you play people in, you know, people don't get played in a lot on radio shows.
True.
You know, that's just great. That really was playing Joe in. You went from his jingle to his theme song, and I can tell everybody, even though you can't see it,
Joe.
He really walked in the door.
He's delighted.
It was, you know, it's not like he was already here.
It's like he's coming in the show, right?
Yeah. Terrific.
And he's got his theme. It's the Joe Show.
Right.
Joe is a collection of tapes.
Check the focus of your projector lens. This test pattern should appear sharp and clear in
A collection of films from the 1970s.
Within the line.
Now adjust the volume controls so
Joe,
the sound can be
what
heard
have
in
you
all
selected today for us to view here in Joe Goes to the Movies?
Well, I thought we would watch Know For Sure, or as I like to call it, You've Got Syphilis, and It's Okay.
Does it really say it's okay?
No, but
No.
get the idea.
And Know For Sure is obviously K-N-O-W, not like no, don't do it for sure.
Know For Sure.
All right, syphilis.
Shall we roll the tape?
Syphilis.
Let's go to the...
Not to be confused with suppository.
Suppository, her next door neighbor.
Let's roll it.
Let's find out what they have to say.
Let's see. Although it was distributed by the U.S. Public Health Service, this is Hollywood's rallying cry to call attention.
Is this 1941?
To syphilis. A real problem in the early 20th century when it took a year of treatment to get cured. The melodrama is thick, as are the stereotypes. This revised edition removes scenes of penises with sores and explicit instructions on condom use, so it could be shown to general female audiences.
Wow.
So now that we've heard that disclaimer, play it. Let's roll it. Know For Sure. So old.
It is old.
Know For Sure. Produced by the Research Council of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
God bless them.
There's the Oscar behind it.
Yeah.
Right. For the United States Public Health Service. And now your show. There's a guy painting on a business window.
Yeah, he's a market guy, and he is having a baby. Well, his wife.
So a lot of his friends.
He's painting on. What's he painting on the window, Joe?
And son.
Oh, I see. He's got a business and he's writing in son, but he spelled son S. He spelled it S-U-N.
To my son, I got.
Well, that's because he's a stupid immigrant.
Syphilis, brain damage.
Remember the stereotype.
Oh, are they stereotyping with immigrants?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, Mike.
Hey, he wrote it the right way. Put the O there.
All right, he put an O there. Oh, here come the cops.
Yeah, you got a syphilis.
Oh, it's an ambulance.
Oh, dear.
It's a doctor and a nurse.
Can't be good.
Now, what are they coming into?
Someone called for a doctor?
They're walking into his store with the nurse and the doctor.
Here we go.
They're going into the back of the store.
Hey, my wife, she's in this room. She got her sister with her, too. Please, doctor, hurry up. I stay right here waiting for the good news.
The good news.
He talks like cousin Luigi.
Hey, how you do, Doc?
I stand right here.
Grande Soraggio.
What's the matter? Business all finished, please. Outside. Tomorrow, everybody come and drink the free wine.
And what is it? Is it a bakery or a food store or something, Joe?
It's a butcher.
Well, he's touching his girlfriend or his wife with syphilis and touching all the food. Now we're seeing the hands on a clock go round and round to indicate hours have passed.
As Santa Lucia is playing.
He's playing the accordion.
The accordion.
The immigrant who owns the store.
He's awaiting his newborn son.
It's a happy occasion.
Oh, no.
Well.
Oh,
Here's the doctor having
a smoke.
He's a boy. He's a boy, no?
That's honest boy.
Maria, she's okay?
She's all right.
Well, the Bambino's all right, Maria's all right, but your face isn't all right. What's the matter?
the face.
Tony, your son was born dead.
Oh, God. That was him dropping the accordion.
Yes.
What's that?
Well, I've got a pretty good idea, Tony. But I'll have to ask you a few questions first.
Questions? What questions?
The doctor's really taking a drag on his cigarette.
Sure. Well, not now, Tony. I better wait till your wife gets
No, please, now you've got me crazy. What's happening?
All right. Did anyone ever tell you, Tony, that you've got syphilis?
What are you talking about? I never got any stuff on.
I want you to think back carefully. Do you remember ever having a sore that didn't heal very fast?
Oh, they edited that.
Well, yes, about 2 years ago. That's before I was married. I got a little sore, but I buy her some salve. I put them on and she gets all cured.
She gets all the cured, his penis.
This is great.
Syphilis. I'm almost sure syphilis killed your baby, Tony. You see, a syphilitic sore will go away without any treatment in time.
Hey, will you pause it for a second? You got to get the body language. This guy is dressed like old school immigrant. He's got the apron on.
And it looks like he's running a little grocery store.
The other guy looks like Father Knows Best.
Right.
He's casually taking the drag on his syphilis. On
his cigarette.
On his cigarette as he's explaining.
And he's got a lab coat on.
Mm-hmm. And at first what he says to the guy is, "Your son is dead.
Your son is born dead.
I cannot talk to you about this now. I will talk to you later." And then the guy says, "But I must know now. You must tell me what has happened."
You ever have a sore that wouldn't go away?
You have syphilis.
You've got syphilis, Tony.
Yes, Tony. I'm afraid that you gave Maria syphilis and she gave it to the baby.
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
Tony.
There
was a band called Tony.
Oh, he's going to try to commit suicide.
I killed my bambino. I break up my Maria's house.
I killed my baby.
He's taking a bread knife and he's going to stab himself.
You're wrong, Tony. With proper medical treatment, you can both be cured. Then you can have all the bambinos you want.
See? Okay. It's all right, Tony. Tony.
How are those sores on your D?
Me and my Maria, we go to the hospital. We're going to have another bambino. Is he going to live? Sure you can.
Oh, Tony. That actor looks familiar, too.
Medical treatment. I want you to promise me you're going to come to the hospital.
To get the sores taken off your penis.
Excuse me, please. The heart is so full up, he's got to run over a little bit. But is it true that we can have another son who's going to be all right?
Yeah, come on, talk graphically, doctor.
Tony, you have to get to the hospital right now.
There you go.
I've got to go in the other room and see your wife.
Bone up.
Can I go with you?
No, Tony. But I'll let you know when you can.
And Tony, please don't handle the food.
Don't be too long, huh?
Okay.
Employees must wash hands.
After touching syphilis.
Take care, Tony.
And there goes Doc Holliday. And now you've just got this Italian immigrant.
We're going to have one of those great edits now.
Yeah, there'll be a scene where a young man comes into the clinic.
Long shot on Tony. Quite melodramatic.
Well, he's contemplating. Oh, Mike, you know what he's going to do? He's going to go out front to his
wipe off
business,
the sun part.
where he has written, because the front of his bakery or whatever. What is it? M-A-D-R.
Tony Madroni.
Tony Madroni. You got it. That's a Tony Madronian.
Tony Madroni.
You know what he should do is change it to Tony Madronian Sore.
All right, so now the next scene. Oh, venereal disease clinic.
There's the doctor again. The doctor at the venereal disease clinic.
There's Tony.
Well, goodbye, Tony. Now remember, you and your wife must come here every week.
Doctor.
You mustn't miss a single treatment.
Don't you worry, Doctor. Me and my Maria, we come here every week. You bet.
Maria looks like she's about 60.
She got syphilis in the face.
Doctor, for coming to see me so many times. My family and me are very glad. We have such a good friend who tell us what to do.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Madroni. Goodbye.
See, she's perfectly okay with it, too.
Yes, she's fine.
Your kid's dead.
Nice flowers on the nurse's desk, too.
Be sure you come every week.
Every week, Tony. Don't be stupid. Is this another guy's got it?
Another guy with syphilis going.
Oh, Dr. Perkins. Yes? I want to thank you for taking an interest in Tony Madroni and his wife. Oh, don't thank me. The more patients, the better I like it, Dr. Norton. I was the intern on the Madroni case.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Tony Madroni.
Have a chair. Thank you.
Have a chair.
This older doctor kind of reminds me of the mad scientist in the
Well, young man, what
Money
seems to be your trouble?
So now this is another victim.
This is Dr. Morton.
Looks like the father from It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Some time ago, I picked up a girl in a dance hall. Well, about 3 weeks later, I noticed a little sore here on my mouth. Didn't pay much attention to it. I thought it was just a cold sore, but the darn thing hung on so long, I was kind of worried about it.
Yeah, golly. Golly, Beeve.
Oh, shucks.
Picked up one of these public health service folders and got to reading about syphilis, and I got scared.
That's what they're for.
Syphilis,
Did
it's
the
called.
folder explain everything all right?
It's cured.
Yes, sir. Said in there that even though a sore might heal up just like mine did, if you've got syphilis, germs might still be in your body. I found out all the things that could happen to you if you didn't get to it right away. I figured I'd better come down here and find out about it.
Like Tony Baloney.
Boy.
Miss Jones.
Isn't that the father from It's a Wonderful Life, Rob? I think it is.
Yes, Doctor.
I really do think it's him.
Here comes the nurse.
Jimmy Stewart's father, and It's a Wonderful Life.
Take off your coat and roll up your sleeve, please.
I thought they were going to
him.
Pull down his pants.
Blood test will show whether you had a cold sore or whether you've got syphilis.
Syphilis.
Now, if this makes you nervous, you can turn your head.
Come on,
tight
cold sore. Turn your head. Now take out your thing.
Notice how he doesn't put any rubber gloves on or anything.
Finish this, you can go on.
It's 1940.
And it's okay.
Complete physical examination.
And now they're showing the needle actually going into
Yeah, they're
vein.
really taking the blood out. No special effects for that.
Tony Baloney banging the hooker.
What's your name? Jerry Anderson. Jerry Anderson.
Oh, okay, Jerry.
How did you happen to come into the clinic?
Couldn't afford to go to a private doctor. I didn't know what to do.
But he's still wearing a suit and tie.
Called
Man,
the
I
county
love
health
that.
department to see if they couldn't do something for me. Just told to come and see you.
What's your trouble, Jerry?
Let me see your sore, son.
I've got a pretty bad sore down here.
I didn't know
on the
that.
table over there. We'll have a look at you.
Let's have a look at it.
He's doing as I requested.
Let's see
Now the guy's laying on the table.
Check it out.
He's looking at a microscope
I
at
want
it.
you to see this little corkscrew devil that's causing all your trouble.
He's got a microscope on his thing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's on the table.
Let's see this little corkscrew devil.
This dark field test shows up the spirochetes. Can you see them wriggling back and forth across the slide?
Yes. What did you call them?
Spirochetes. Those are the germs that cause your syphilis. You had to learn the hard way that you can't tell by the looks of a woman whether she has syphilis or not.
Yeah, it's all the woman's fault.
That's the stereotype. That's the 41. Can't tell by the looks of a woman.
I guess that's
Dirty females.
I'll have to leave home, quit school, and go someplace where people don't know who I am.
You might as well just kill yourself, dude.
You can't meet any problem by running
That didn't
away
work
from
for Tony Madoni.
You may not realize it, but you're a very lucky young man because we're catching this in time to cure you.
We'll kill the woman that gave it to you.
No, I don't know where you got this.
Yes, but, Doctor, I can't take a chance on the folks of the kids at school finding out I've got syphilis.
Now, don't worry about having syphilis. Luckily, after the first few injections, the sore will disappear, and you won't be able to
After the first few.
The sore.
Go about your classwork, play basketball, tennis, or indulge in any other sport. Sit down here,
I'm an old vaudevillian.
Nobody need ever know that you
Enjoy your classwork.
No one will know you had
You have
syphilis.
to report every week and not miss a single treatment for at least 1 year.
Wow.
I've never been to med school, really. That wouldn't work.
Living again.
Now another shot of the guy getting his vein shot with,
Oh, there goes the
with
blood.
the needle.
Such a hassle.
The needle with a massive air bubble in it, by the way.
I'm feeling lightheaded, Doc.
Here he is now.
I've always heard that shots for syphilis were painful. Not if you go to a doctor who knows his business.
That's me.
I don't know how to thank you, Doc.
But first,
Just come into my office and give me the name of the girl who infected you.
Hold on. You got to pause it. You got to pause it. We just missed an important part.
What happened?
He says, Doc, I don't know how I can thank you. And the doctor says, well, you can come into my office and tell me the name of the woman that you were with.
oh, there you go.
Can you back it up a little bit? I love it. I love it. Well, you know, you had to get it from some woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some evil, dirty wench.
Like some guy wouldn't have it. It'd be the other way around. All right, roll it. Let's hear what the doctor says.
Saucy Trello.
Come into my office and give me the name of the girl who infected you. All the thanks I wanted.
Oh!
Hold up.
Plenty of thanks for
Give me the
him.
name of the girl who infected you.
That's all the thanks I need.
And that's the way it is. The girl, the evil girl.
Hello, Frida Source.
Give me the name of the gutter snipe.
Oh, I only said that so I could.
Michael Source.
That'll work.
All right, roll it.
Gee, Doctor, I kind of hate to do that. I'm no stool pigeon.
Sit down here, please.
Sit down here.
Now, Jerry, a lot of men have a false sense of chivalry about giving the name of the woman who infected them.
That's right.
We're not going to do anything harmful to the girl.
It's great.
And your name won't be brought into it. We only want to bring her in for examination and treatment.
Bring her in.
And then to hang her.
If we can treat and cure you and the woman responsible for your infection, we're breaking another link in the evil chain of syphilis that stretches every case of the disease. Now, look here.
Look here. He's got a chart.
We've found that one case of syphilis usually results in 3 more. Each of the 3 results in another 3.
This is like that commercial for shampoo, right? Where they've got the girl in all the different boxes saying, and so on and so on.
It's really like an Amway meeting.
I've got some soda for you. Are you thirsty?
So you're doing your job by coming to me for treatment, and I'll do mine by curing you.
Curing you. Curing you. Thank you.
Syphilis kills babies. It strikes back with blindness.
There's Tony Baloney.
Insanity. A licensed physician with modern methods can cure syphilis.
They all
No quack doctor or medicine you buy can do the job. Don't be a sucker. Stick to medical treatment and you can be cured.
Specialist in men's diseases.
Prostitutes and pickups aren't safe and cannot be made safe. It doesn't pay to take a chance.
Pause it for a second.
Wait a minute. What's the stereotype here? Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Well, now, there I'm a big black woman who I'm acting as a maid, opening the door.
What, now, is that supposed to be a brothel?
Yeah, she's.
Is she a madam?
Right.
Brought you in. Hello there. Come on. And I mean, really, this is like Mammy. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
really, this,
Get the whorish wallpaper.
Yeah, there you go.
hello there, boys. Come on in now. Who wants some nice brown sugar? Now, don't you 1940 boys worry about the syphilises.
Wow.
We like the women folk that give them to you.
For the warning signal.
Jesus.
Any sore or rash that does not heal quickly means go to a licensed medical doctor or call your city or county health officer.
Right.
At once.
At once.
And don't forget to buy war bonds.
Anytime. Get a blood test and a physical examination now.
Watch for the women.
No. For sure.
Right. See what the credits say.
Marching to victory.
Oh, it just says
The
end.
Might have
Brought to you by the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences.
No, that would be
Bravo.
That's it.
And that was a good one.
Right. Another edition of Joe Goes to the Movies.
Always nice to look at those 1941 stereotypes. Great.
And I guess what I'll take away from that is, give me the name of the woman
who infected you
and bring her in. That's all the thanks I need.
You'll be anonymous, but we'll bring her in.
Now, Joe, I know we're talking about sometime in the future, next week. Right now, if you get a segment next week, and you will, what will your movie of choice be next week?
Well, there's the straight-ahead health one, which is the boys and girls, difference between boys and girls.
Right.
And then there's also the LSD one where the woman goes to the hot dog stand, which is it's a short one. It's pretty good.
All right, well, you make the choice, Joe, and we'll see you,
Joe.
Thank you. Next time. All right, get out of here.
They're all good.
World's oldest phone screener, host of the Joe Show.
Right.
And also the great spin-off show of that, Stump the Joe.
Stump the Joe. Fantastic shows in their own right.
Stump the Joe. There he goes. There goes Joe Arbinger. Okay.
What's great is he brings his TV set with him. He carries it out.
That's enough of that. How about some of this? Phone scan time. You want to get on the line to get on the air right now. We'll take your calls on any and all topics. Just understand that we move at a pace that you can only dream of. So you got to be here, you got to be fast, or you are going to be sucking dial tone.
Absolutely.
And if you're not a good caller, you're going to get syphilis. And then we're going to go find the woman that gave you the syphilis.
Infected you.
Yeah, infected you.
And we'll bring her in.
Call us right now. We'll take your calls. Random rotating phone scan, 877-365-3636. From anywhere in America, from Canada, 800-636-1067. Your calls lie straight ahead.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Let's get on with the show. The best of Rupert Pupkin. So close your eyes and imagine it's exactly 6 o'clock. You're standing in the wings, and we hear Lou Brown and the orchestra strike up your theme song.
And now, from New York, it's the Jerry Langford Show with Jerry's guests, Richard Pryor, Ben Gazzara, Elizabeth Ashley, Carol Burnett, and the comedy find of the year making his television debut, Rupert Pupkin, the new king of comedy.
Rupert! I'm crazy.
Say hello to
Jerry. Mom! Sleepy. Lower it. What's the matter with you?
Mom!
Take it easy. Lower it.
I'm not going to lower it. I have to do this now.
I don't mind you playing it, but lower it.
The Don and Mike Show. You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe.
Hey, what happened?
Occasional a-holes. Don and Mike.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Rupert Pupkin, Elvis Costello.
Doesn't get any better than that.
We're doing a radio show. We're taking your telephone calls. All right, this is where it could go bad. It was good right up until that point.
Yeah, I like that little, that was just a little pop culture that I was digging.
Here we go. Phone number 877-365-3636.
Wait.
That's from anywhere, coast to coast. We're a national show, regionally broadcasted coast to coast.
Right. Figure that out.
We're like certain cell phones. We don't really cover the entire United States. There's a lot of drop-offs.
But we tell you we do. We're spotty, like syphilis.
Thank you, Buzz. And you know what we want to do? We want to find the woman
who infected you.
the woman that infected our show.
Yes, find the woman who infected you, so we can bring her in.
Bring her in, take care of her. 877-365-3636 from anywhere in America. Canada, 800-636-1067. Washington, D.C., 202-432-1067. This is the rotating phone scan. Hello, Don and Mike.
Hello.
Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, guys. I saw the Paula Abdul thing on repeat on Entertainment Tonight, Monday night.
Really?
Yeah, she looked nuts.
Did she look drunk? Did she look high?
Drunk. She looked like she ate a bucket of, sleeping pills or something. She looked nuts.
So they edited out the part where she was sleeping, but
No, they didn't show that. They just showed her kind of groggy and kind of looking around. She was real fumbly with her words and things like that.
What was the spin they used on Entertainment Tonight?
Her representative said she was feeling ill.
Yeah.
She was getting over a flu.
Yeah.
Feeling ill. But she looked effed up, right?
Yeah. Well, I've never even watched American Idol, but I've seen Paula Abdul before. And she has kind of a lazy eye anyways. But she looked nuts. Yeah, there was something else.
And dude, you said one thing I wish... We all have to stop saying this.
What?
I don't really watch American Idol, but...
Yeah, come on.
No, come on.
I've seen the tryouts.
No. Right, okay. You're guilty. We all watch American Idol.
I'm proud of it.
You have to watch
I'm proud of watching it. I love it.
We all watch it. It's like
I think it's a genius formula, and I'm thoroughly entertained, just like I was the first time I saw it.
But I cannot tell you how many people. Oh, Joe, are you sure you want to return? Hi.
I just wanted to say, did you see the dwarf on American Idol last night?
No, I saw are you talking about the Chinese guy?
No,
there was a little person. There was a midget.
I missed that part.
There was a midget. It was great.
Really?
Joe, I take it back, Joe.
Yeah.
That was a good tip-in. Oh, you're having a good day.
Fathers expect more from a kid named Joe.
And you reminded me, I might be late to the party on this. Have you ever seen the real estate infomercial with two midgets on it?
We've talked about that before.
Oh, those two guys.
The brothers.
I just saw it for the first time this week.
They surround themselves with hot chicks.
Yeah, they're on boats in Miami and stuff.
They dress very nice.
Yeah. There you go.
Listen, here's the thing. We all watch American Idol. So let's stop, and not only you, but everybody in our everyday lives, let's stop this because we have the stigma that we're idiots because we watch it.
And I guess I can say it now that I got an interesting cell phone message last week. Over the weekend, this man from Scott the Dwarf.
Oh, really?
Scott the Dwarf, who sounded a little drunk and was calling me before he went on stage in Boston, which sounds to me like maybe he's got his band back together.
He must be opening for somebody then.
But didn't his band break up? The Little
Kings? Yeah. Well,
maybe they're back together. I'll call him because I saved it.
Or maybe it's a solo thing.
No.
Just a scaled down, smaller effort than what they've done before. Hello.
Was he saying that it was a rock gig, or maybe was he in a musical? Or
he sounded like he was in some kind of green room because there was laughing.
And also, don't forget, he's done like Dwarfs on Ice and stuff. Like
he's done all
Branson,
that.
Yeah.
I'll call him tonight and I'll find out what he's up to.
On ice.
Hi, Don and Mike, you're on the air.
Hello to my syphilicious DJs.
Right. Hi. Oh, and listen, I notice here on Caller ID, you're calling from Baltimore, right?
Yes.
Live 105. I think that last segment, really in Baltimore, should count as public service time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Number one STDs.
And then really number one in syphilis, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Baltimore's number one in STDs.
True.
And number one in syphilis.
Very good.
I'll make sure to look out for them. I was just wondering.
Oh, listen, if you live there, you've got it. It's in your water.
Just bring us the woman.
If you live inside of, or even a little bit outside of 695, you got it.
Damn.
And I'll tell you where it all started, too. Towson.
Right.
Towson is the birthplace of syphilis. Anyway.
I just want to know when the music plays at the beginning of the phone scan, if you guys are fruging or boogalooing or any sort of dancing going on in the studio.
All of
no. Well, everybody speak for yourself.
Not that music. I mean, I've danced to other music here.
No, it's simply it's a way for you, the listener.
I do the Batusi.
But Buzz does his own thing over there.
Yeah.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
The incest Tusi.
Buzz does the incest dance.
And funny how you talk about that and everybody moves away from you outside. I don't get it.
Hello, Don and Mike phone scan. Hi, hey.
Hey, how come you guys don't do the Newsmaker no more?
We're not doing the what? Oh, Newsmaker of the Week? Oh, we dropped that bit a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Rob and I have talked about bringing it back.
Yeah, you should bring that one back, man. That was one of the best ones, I think, man.
All right, well, it's hard work, and our resolution for 2004 was
not to work
to still put out the same mediocre product we have
with half the work.
That's our goal for this year.
That's a comic zit that's still ripening, and we're not ready to pop it yet. You stay tuned.
I did. How long ago did I tell you we should think about?
Weeks.
Somebody said it's about time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, Don.
And Mike. Hi.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great, thanks.
I just wanted to say that you guys have my number one vote for best show ever.
Well, that's very nice of you.
On WJFK, you too, Buzz Burbank. Y'all are great.
Okay.
Well, aren't you nice? Now, is that the best show just on WJFK, or best show on radio, or best show ever in the world?
Ever in the world. I listen to you guys every single day.
That's nice.
Every single day.
Have you seen the TV show King of Queens?
Yes, I have.
Do you think our show's better than that show?
Of course.
Yeah. Come on, be honest.
I listen to your show every day. I barely ever watch it.
All right, well, then do me a favor, will you?
Yes.
Please get a blood test for syphilis.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Mike, I think it's syphilis of the brain.
Well, it gets to the brain.
Yeah.
Anyone who don't think that this show is I mean, let's face it. What we do is we tape King of Queens,
right,
and then we try very hard every week
to incorporate their gags on their TV show into our radio show.
Because someday we want our show to be available on cereal boxes.
There you go.
Finally worked it out.
Finally got it in there.
We'll mention it tomorrow. I'll bring the cereal box in tomorrow.
Crunch, crunch.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Hey.
It's kind of unrelated to my call, but Paula Abdul infected me in the 80s.
We'll
I got a hilarious ski story to tell you. I think you're going to like. Well, actually, it's very immature, but that's why I think you guys might like it, okay?
Well, first, thank you for turning in Paula Abdul.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, I felt it was my responsibility. Lisa Remedy almost gave it to me, too. Anyhow, I live in Maine. I think you'll like the ski story. Like I said, it's extremely immature, but that's why I think you'll like it. They got me and my buddy went there, and we got those little walkie-talkies. Basically, those things are obsolete the time they sold the 10th one because everybody's on the same channel, and they're stupid, right? So this lady, she's all, "Oh, Junior, meet me in the lodge in 10 minutes, okay?" And me and my buddy would jump right in, and we're like, "Shut up, Mom. Shut up, Mom. I hate you, Mom." And we're like, "I'm running away from home, Mom." And then the dad would get on there, "I don't want you talking to your mother like that." And we say, "Shut up, Dad. I'm telling Mom."
Okay, is that the point?
The story?
Is that the point of the story?
No. Then we up the ante, okay? We up the ante a little bit, and we're on there, and it's like, "Bobby, where are you? I'll meet you on the lift." And they're like, "I hit a tree and I can't feel my leg."
All right. You just won us over.
You saved it. Yeah.
When was it before Bart graduated? Oh, I know. It was last spring that my family and my mother-in-law, constant companion on our travels, we went down to Disney World and we had those walkie-talkies.
Right.
And you do hear other people because you share the frequency.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now that's
they didn't perfect the technology.
But that's great. You won me over there with that.
I can't feel my leg.
That's pretty good.
And then some sea Esther tossed us out of there. Bye now.
Okay, bye. Bye. Goodbye. You were a good caller. There was
good.
No need for the bye now.
Once he upped the ante, it was a fine story.
I can't feel my leg.
I've just hit a tree. Yes, that made it funny for all of us.
Don and Mike show. Hi, phone scan.
How you doing?
We're doing great, thanks.
Hey, how come you guys aren't on the air in Madison, Wisconsin for 4 hours? You're only on for the first 2 hours.
Oh.
Is that because you guys are greedy?
We're greedy. Why? No, we would like to be on. We would like to be on in Madison, Wisconsin for 4 hours a day nonstop.
Do you charge them for 4 hours a day, or would you have to charge them? To pay out, or?
All right, here's the specific. I feel weird talking about this because we're going to have to see this dude at the Super Bowl in a couple of days.
Right.
The guy that runs our company, Big Daddy Mel.
Yeah.
The guy who, we've talked about him for years. Our boss, his son owns the radio station that we're on in Madison. And as it turns out, he likes doing a radio show at the same time as our show is on.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, it's a horrible show.
Well, now, listen, I don't want to say that because, as far as I've known, every son of a rich guy that's been handed a radio station has turned out...
They do what they want.
It's turned out just killer program.
Absolutely. Usually good. And we're happy to be on there for 2 hours.
It's his call. Right. And don't they run the whole show at some point later or something like that?
No, they used to do it 2 hours, the last 2 hours first, and then you'd go live at 2, but now they got the same format before you guys as they do after you guys.
My brain's starting to hurt.
Unless Craig has a giant fight with his father anytime soon.
Yes, and it wouldn't matter if he did because it's his.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Well, I think, Dad could take it back.
I don't know about that. We'll have to ask him about that.
All right, thank you.
All right, peace.
We appreciate the support. In Madison, Wisconsin. Mad City.
Yeah.
100X.
Yeah.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hello, my friendly friends.
Perhaps our most awkward affiliate. The affiliate where the station is owned and run by our boss's son.
Yes, very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. And he'll be at the Super Bowl every year. And I know maybe you're wondering, well, how does some guy in Madison manage to go to the Super Bowl every year to do a broadcast?
Yeah.
It's because Dad owns Infinity.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't do the exact same thing.
Sure.
I'd be greedier. Hell, I wouldn't be in Madison. I grew up in Wisconsin. I wouldn't be there.
He's very happy in Madison.
I know, but with all at his disposal?
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Hello.
Very awkward topic. Next.
And we'll see him on Friday.
Maybe. Now we'll see if our tickets get canceled.
Anyway, what can we do?
CBS Travel just called.
What can we do?
You guys are walking to Houston.
That won't be a problem for me, Mike. Or no, the plane would be.
The plane would be,
right.
We know that you're in the better hotel now because you're your friend at the Baltimore Ravens.
I wanted to keep that.
You wanted to keep it on the
I want to keep that on the QT.
Yeah, I know. I'll keep it on the lowdown.
Thanks. Anyway, hi.
Hey, Don, I'm surprised you didn't catch it, but a few minutes ago, play back the tape, you meant to say mediocre. I guess you were trying to talk about your show. You said meaty odor.
Same thing about our show. It's mediocre, and it has a meaty odor.
The show, probably since 1988, has had a fairly significant meaty odor.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don and Mike.
Right, Armageddon. Hi.
Corned beef.
Hey, how's your wintry mix been going?
It's all right. It's fine here today in D.C.
Sunny.
Except for the people that don't take the time to clear off the ice sheet that's on the top of their car, causing it to blow off when they get on the highway speeds.
They don't
and
have
kill other people.
Car boxes.
They need car boxes.
I ordered the educational archives, and I just got it in the mail yesterday. ABC Sex for Trainables has taught me more than you could ever imagine.
Oh, so you actually ordered one of these tapes that Joe's played on the show?
That's right, sir.
That's right, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Thank you. May I have another Hello, Don and Mike show?
Don and Mike, Buzz, Radio Guys. How are you guys?
Howdy, we're doing great, thanks.
Awesome. Hey, I got a confession.
Okay.
I watch American Idol, and I don't have syphilis.
Hey, hello, Don and Mike show. You were saved by syphilis on that call.
Amen.
Hello.
Don and Mike, my brothers.
Right, hi.
Hey, Mike, I'd like to make a request. Can I hear Underbite Man talking to Dionne Warwick?
No, not right now, sir, because I'll be honest with you, I'm having trouble feeling my legs. I've hit a tree.
I didn't mind show. I would have helped Mike, but I was having sex with my sister.
It's all tied up into a nice, neat little bow.
But Buzz is the one that forced it on us.
Yeah.
The sex, I mean.
Is that what you are doing, Buzz?
For my entertainment, yes.
There he is, a little underbite man.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Now I remember Underbite Man.
Underbite Man will come to get you.
Yeah, you're on the air. Hi.
Don, how are you?
Yeah, we're great. Come on, you got to roll, my friend.
Fantastic. Well, I'm from Canada. You have to bear with me.
No, we don't.
Not really.
Just a little slow.
Hi there, Don and Mike show.
Don't have to.
Phone scan. Hello.
You there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Joe, have you been watching King of Queens lately?
King of Queens? No, I'm sorry. Really, I'm just always busy at Wednesday at 9.
I don't know why.
I mean, have you seen how they've been trying to cover up how pregnant she is? She's put up like a cow.
Lisa Remedy? No, don't know about that. But you can't. You really, in fairness,
pregnant women getting big? What's the deal with that?
You can't give her a hard time for getting fat just because she got knocked up.
Yeah, I mean that's what that guy said. You see that? She's as big as a cow. You are not welcome.
Now, when do you find out that she gave Angelo syphilis?
Oh, that's incredible. Well, they're going to bring her in.
Hello, Don and Mike. They'll go down to Vivian's.
Yeah, and have a nice little pancake.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Don and Mike.
Right.
Do you pay in your bald spot?
My hair grows, sir.
By the way,
your bald spot?
By the way, something.
Why you care?
Hello, Don and Mike.
Don and Mike, Radio Guide.
Hi.
My name's Danny. I'm from Baltimore, and I do have syphilis.
There we go.
I do believe you. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Did you guys happen to see the gay dude that lost on American Idol last night and just started weeping because he's such a pussy?
No, but I got to tell you, the guy's name is...
I wanted to win badly.
I saw, remind me, we get done with the phone scan here. I have to tell you, the funniest Conan O'Brien Triumph, the comic dog I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Funnier than when he was with Bon Jovi. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Don and Mike.
Hi, phone scan.
Hey, you guys did the celebrity phone numbers years ago.
Right.
And you called up Chris Tucker, and he said he was filming. Call back later.
All right, he was in Baltimore, right.
Yeah, I've got the clip. You're on the outtakes of Rush Hour 2. You both said you didn't watch it.
Really?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
You mean the movie? You mean at the end of the movie they run the...
I do remember that we had Chris Tucker's cell phone number. We called, or it was like one of these get a celebrity call us contests. And do you remember Chris Tucker called and we had some debate as to whether it was him or not?
Right.
From Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll the part from Rush Hour.
I like that. Oh. Who's calling? Hello? Hello? I'm filming, man. I was back at 7. I'm filming. I'm looking Jackie Chan dead in his eye.
I can't even understand that.
Professional way of filming. You turn on your phone? No, you can't speak to Jackie Chan. No. They want to speak to Jackie. Hello?
I don't think that was when we talked to Chris Tucker. Right?
No. Oh, boy, nice of him to give us credit for all of that, though.
One more call. Hello, Don and Mike.
Yes, Miss Bobby.
Third floor, my friend.
Yeah.
You've won the Laura Croft Tomb Raider Cradle of Life prize back. Laura Croft Tomb Raider Cradle of Life tonight on In-Demand Comcast. Pay-per-view for your chance. Listen for your chance to win a room full of furniture from Ashley Furniture. Thank you for mentioning our wonderful... what is she?
She's the business manager, and I had a little M&G with her today.
Someone wanted to know the name of the lady who gave it to me, so...
Oh, hey.
Stop it. She works here.
No, I was up there in a room listening to rock music today.
Or so.
What was I going to tell you before we went to the break? Anybody remember?
I don't.
I had something. God damn it.
Do you remember, Buzz?
Something that was funnier than something else.
Triumph.
Triumph,
the insult comic dog.
Funnier than Bon Jovi.
You'll love this.
Way to go, Buzz.
Conan O'Brien sends Triumph, the insult comic dog, to the American Idol tryouts. Now, the dog...
Right there, I'm laughing.
Yeah. And now the dog, really, the guy with the puppet.
Right.
They kicked out the first day. So they go back the second day. And they've got the dog attached to the microphone that they're getting the people who want to be on American Idol singing to. It's got it's one of those things that goes from left to right, the indicator. It goes from kind of gay to very gay to Clay Aiken. So, as this one guy is singing, the dog says, "Oh my God, look, you're into the red. You're Clay Aiken." So then they say to the guy, and they say to quite a few contestants on the show, would you sing, obviously they splice it all together, would you sing some lyrics that we've written?
Right.
Like there was a white girl who actually didn't have a bad voice, but they wrote lyrics for her, but she... I just want to sound black. And another guy singing like, I shouldn't have given up my day job at Cheesecake Factory, but I'm here. But the absolute funniest one was they had a guy who had a very boy band sounding voice.
Right.
And they wrote lyrics for him to the song, and I can't sing, so I can't recreate it, but it sounded like Justin Timberlake. The guy said, I'm here because I sing so gay. I think I might be very gay.
And he did it, and they committed on it.
So they did it. They come back from the tape piece, and everybody's like, yeah, funny, and it was funny. Yeah. And then Conan says, but wait, we have a special treat. And then you have the dog comes up.
Triumph, the insult comic dog.
The dog comes up and says, the guy from Florida, he is here. And he comes walking through the curtains, and they have the dreamy fake intro, where they're flashing lights,
right,
stars on the screen.
Sure.
And the guy from Florida who was down there to try for America,
who lost, right?
Yeah, right. The guy who didn't make it for the tryouts steps through the curtains on Conan O'Brien and starts singing, I sing so very gay. I mean, they went, I'm not doing this bit.
No, but I know what you're doing with him, and that show commits. They really go for
and
the
Mike,
bit.
It's funnier than the Bon Jovi one. The stuff, the Triumph said to the people who wanted to be on American Idol was funnier than
oh God, I wish I
funnier than when he said to John Bon Jovi, "Why should I go to this show? Well, next year you're going to be at Six Flags."
Yeah, that show's still doing it. That's great.
As these people are singing, he's saying, you hear the dog saying, when exactly did you know that you have no appreciable talent? And the other thing, this is great. They're asking one guy who can't sing well. The dog is answering him, why are you here? You cannot sing well. And the guy says something like, well, Jesus came to me and Jesus said that. And the dog starts saying, are you saying that Jesus sent you here? Well, while the guy is singing, they hire a guy who looks like Jesus. And he's wearing the robes. He's wearing the Jesus suit. So as the guy is singing on camera for Triumph the Dog, Jesus actually comes up behind him, puts his hand on his shoulder and says, forget about it. And the shot is Jesus walking away, shaking his head.
Shaking his head ruefully.
And then when they brought the guy on the show to sing, with the dog to sing the song, I'm Sound So Gay, as the song ended, Jesus is on stage with Conan O'Brien shaking his head.
That's
You
great.
tell me that is not
That's committing to the bit.
F-U-C, you know what word I want to use? ING, funny. If that is not...
He still does it once in a while. He really does. I mean, they say he's got the best writers in talk television.
Yeah.
He really does.
Oh, but a lot of that stuff with the dog, that's ad-lib stuff.
Robert Smigel, he gets the credit
He's
for that.
one of his head writers, right?
And he's the dog. He's the voice of the dog.
He does the voice of the dog, too.
I mean, funnier than the Bon Jovi thing. And the fact that they had the dog there the first day at the American Idol tryouts.
And they kicked the dog out?
And Fox kicked him out.
And do they show the guy coming up? I'm sorry, you can't be here.
But we snuck. I mean, how tough is it to sneak a puppet and a microphone in?
Right.
We snuck back in the next day.
That is fantastic.
Anyway, fantastic. Mike, I'm lost track in time here.
Because you were telling the Conan story.
We're going to the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Yes.
We're doing half a show tomorrow, getting on a plane, going to Houston, give you a full show on Friday from the Super Bowl. And every day this week, we're doing a Super Bowl bit.
Very exciting.
Rob, what names did you give the guy?
Oh, you will be Don and Mike.
But even though we will be Don and Mike for this interview,
right,
with the president of Wilson Footballs,
yes,
just how are you?
It's up to Mike those footballs.
Be advised that's what we're going to be doing.
I see a click in our future
with the communications manager for Wilson Footballs.
Thank you.
They're not really made out of pigs, are they?
They call it the pigskin.
Pigskin.
Can you fry it up and eat it with eggs?
We got a break. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
That's right. I'm coming to your corporate headquarters. My plane gets in at 2, and we'll settle this deodorant thing face to face like men. What's your last name again, Phil? All right. I'll see you in 5 hours, Mr. Lacio.
The Don and Mike Show. General managers of the Dummy Depot, Don and Mike.
Right on. Tomorrow, because we care, it's a travel day, but it's a truncated show. So we'll come and we'll do half a show.
Right.
And then get a late night flight out to Houston. And then Friday live from Super Bowl XXXVV with everybody.
How many? It's too many. Too many.
It is. They should just switch to numbers.
Yeah.
Or they should just call it the Super Bowl. Why are we having this discussion now when we could be having this discussion right like this? Are you ready?
I'm sure ready, Don, and we're going to go by Don and Mike today.
We are. We were just discussing as I bring in our next guest, why the Roman numerals with the Super Bowl with the X's and the V's.
Mighty confusing, if you ask me.
I'll tell you one thing on Super Sunday. You're going to be seeing one name an awful lot. That name's not Brady or Delhomme.
Oh, no, it's not a Panther or even a Patriot.
The name is, to quote Dennis, the Menace, Calic, Mr. Wilson. The name is Wilson.
Wilson, standing, of course, for Wilson football.
And you know, the football's using the Super Bowl are made by Wilson.
Wilson, the man name of you might remember Wilson being the little ball that Tom Hanks yelled at in the movie
Castaway.
Castaway. Oh,
great one. Here is Molly Wallace. Hey, Molly.
Hi, how are you?
We're great, Molly. Let me just mention right now, Big Bong, 20 minutes past the hour. You got to be somewhere by 5:30. You got 10 minutes to get there. And for our friends on the West Coast, do your own time change there. Actually, on the West Coast right now, 5, 4, 3, 2:20.
2:20, and Molly's here to talk all about footballs.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Don and Mike Show. Of course, I'm
Don Geronimo.
And how are you, folks? My name is
Mike O'Meara.
Absolutely.
And we're on the line right now. Bing Bong Traffic and Weather together coming up with Molly Wallace, who works for Wilson Footballs. Tell me, Molly, how many pigs does it take to make one NFL football?
The answer to that is 0 because it's cowhide.
Oh, well, why they call it the pigskin?
It's been known as pigskin forever. We don't really know why it's known as pigskin.
Were there any times, Molly, where the football was actually made out of a pig?
Never.
Oh, my God. So it's a total fabrication.
Total fabrication.
And your company, if I'm not mistaken, I've done my research here, and welcome, incidentally, Don and Mike show. We're doing a Super Bowl tribute at Big Bug, 21 past the big hour. I've done my research, and I know that your company was originally started by a founding member of the Beach Boys, Brian Wilson.
Let me take this opportunity, Don, to remind everybody this Sunday, of course, is the fabulous Tailgate-tacular happening right in the radio station parking lot where you can come down and put on your brats and whatever ribs you want to put on and all that good stuff, too.
Here, kielbasa.
Yeah, great stuff. Fantastic.
And
maybe even throw around a Wilson football, huh, Molly?
The guy, Wilson, Brian Wilson. How did you at Wilson Sporting Goods get involved with the Beach Boys?
To my knowledge, we're not involved with the Beach Boys.
Well, I was having a conversation. I don't want to drop a name here.
Go ahead.
Carney Wilson.
Carney Wilson, daughter of one of the Wilson boys.
Former fan, so had this stomach stable.
Sure.
She said to me, gosh, it's like I got a football out of there. And
big woman, though.
And one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Just a more cushion for the pushing.
How about a weather check?
You got it. Same as it ever was.
Fantastic. It's cold outside.
It's 22 past the hour. Traffic and weather together coming up. We're joined by Molly Wallace as we're talking about Super Bowl 38.
Molly, are you staying warm?
I am staying very warm. In Houston's warm. It's about 16 sunny degrees.
Fantastic. Cold back here. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you, in an average day, how many balls you get your hands on?
We make over 700,000 footballs a year.
Holy mackerel. That's a lot of balls to make each and every year. That's fantastic. And are they all certified, authentic, official?
They are all certified, authentic, and official, whether they're an NFL game ball or we also make college balls, high school football.
How many balls do you make there? Oh, hold on, Dad. Just want to mention, 23 past the hour. Don't forget traffic and weather together. Coming up, Bob, Don, Geronimo, everybody. Hey, hit my jingle.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Mike O'Mara. Thank you.
You're listening to the Don and Mike Show.
The Don and Mike Show. Very excited to be with Molly Wallace from Wilson Footballs.
24 past the hour, and now traffic weather together coming up. We found out that these footballs have nothing to do with Brian Wilson or Carney Wilson.
And most importantly, that they're not made out of pigskin.
Are they made in the good old USA model?
That's right. They're made in Ada, Ohio.
Ada, Ohio, and so you don't farm out any of that labor to foreign countries?
We don't. We make all the game balls in Ada, Ohio, just outside of Columbus.
Ada, Ohio. Oh, man, I'll tell you. Speaking of Ada, I ate a lot of chili last year at the Super Bowl. Spectacular.
Well, you know, we're going to be having our big chili cook-off once again this year for Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday with the tailgating. Tell me something, Molly.
The tailgate-tacular.
Well,
get it right, please.
Well, excuse me. 24 past the hour right now. You got to be somewhere by the bottom of the hour. You've got, under 6 minutes together. Come on now. Don Geronimo, Mike O'Mara, Super Bowl fun. Who will win this year's Golden Chili Bean? That's the question. We'll answer it on Super Bowl Sunday. Molly, how many balls are you going to make for the game on Sunday?
We're going to make 72 balls for the game.
Do you usually, have there ever been any games where you've actually gone through that many?
They go through all of them.
They go through all the balls. Do they give them away?
How do you use 72 balls in a game, Molly?
If you watch the game, you'll see them shuffling balls in and out. They have to use all 72 balls for the game.
Wow, that's a lot of balls for the big game, I would say.
Now, why is that? I'm no expert, of course. I was the manager on my high school football team.
Well, that's a fancy word for water boy.
But still, you only need one to play the game with, for goodness sakes. Molly, hold on. Let's give that answer in a second. I'll tell you right now, it's 26 past the hour. You've got 4 minutes to be there. You got to be there by the bottom of the hour. Traffic, weather together, coming right up. Molly, you only need one at a time. Why have 72?
They use the game balls after the Super Bowl for each team, and the majority of them go to charity.
Oh, they're charity.
So in order to be said they were a true Super Bowl ball, they all have to at least be played.
Do the factory workers keep you in stitches?
They do keep
That's great.
Oh, well, I tell you, we love the Wilson footballs. There's no doubt about it.
When I've watched the games on television last time, he's a quarterback. That good-looking lad for the New England Patriots.
Tom Brady.
That guy with that clown in his chin. I've heard them mention that occasionally when they're playing in the balls, the brand new balls from Wilson Sporting Goods are slippery. What do you do about the slippery balls, Mary? Molly. Molly
is a form of Mary.
He's 7 after the hour.
Hey, let's get those guys to sing our names again, shall we?
Traffic and weather together coming up in just a second. I'm Don. And I'm Mike.
Very good.
Molly Wallace. Molly, what do you do?
I love guacamole.
How do you make the balls so they're not slippery?
Yeah, holy guacamole. They sure do get a little wet, don't they, Molly?
That's up to the officials. They brush the balls to bring the tack out of the leather, so it makes it easier for the quarterbacks.
Molly, I'd like to point out we're going to be broadcasting live at the Super Bowl on Friday. Is there a chance you can bring by some of those balls for us?
Boy, would we love that. We'd scuff up those.
We'd try to play a little two-hand touch right in the parking lot.
Those slippery balls.
We can arrange that.
That's great. You can arrange that. That's good. We'd sure love that.
Molly, question for you on the number of balls that you yourself have come in contact with since you've been working for Carney Wilson. How many balls would you say you've come in contact with?
I couldn't even count that high.
Can't even count that high. That's a lot, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I just have to tell you, you're doing a spectacular job.
Oh, and we might say super
job, like the Super Bowl.
You're doing a super job. I've noticed in the store that you can buy what it says is the official NFL football made by Will Wilson. 28 past the hour, big boy. Traffic and weather together coming up for your good ride home on this happy hump day.
Fantastic. Molly, do you also make Titleist golf balls?
No, we make Wilson golf balls.
Oh, sorry about that.
How do you feel?
I hate to mention your chief competitor.
How do you feel about the instant replay?
I like the instant replay.
Fantastic. Do you have a pick in the Super Bowl? Do you have one particular team that you'd like to pick?
No, I'm not going to pick one. I just hope it's a good game.
And you hope that they use your product, but I guess you don't have to hope because they're going to do it.
How long ago exactly did you hook up with the famous guitar man from down south, Mr. Wilson Pickett? I understand he was one of the founding fathers of your company. Of course, I love the Memphis soul sound of Wilson Pickett. And,
have you thought about using those two brand new actors out in Hollywood, Luke and Owen?
The Wilson brothers.
The Wilson brothers, have you thought about that?
We haven't, but I think it's a great idea.
Well, just give us a credit on the Don and Mike show if you use that one. Okay?
I've got to say that we are rapidly approaching bottom of the hour. It's Big Ball Chime Time, 29 past the hour.
It's a miracle that Molly is
my first football, which I believe was made by Wilson, said at the time, as the kids say back
in your day, didn't you call it the Duke?
Back in the day, yeah. I had a football that said my Duke. Can you tell me what the Duke really meant?
The Duke name
I always thought it was scatological in nature. I'm afraid we have to interrupt you for just a moment. It is now bottom of the hour.
Bottom of the hour time.
Which means we got to go right over to the news.
This is a bottom of the hour alert.
News cubicle. Let's go right now to good guy Buzz, also known as
Michael Elston as Buzz Burbank.
What do you got for us in the news cubicle?
The excitement is building for the Super Bowl.
Thank you very much, Mike Elston as Buzz Burbank. That's a news update at the bottom of the hour.
We'll be back with more shortly. It's 5:31, everybody. And, of course, 2 for the road. Good afternoon. How are you? Happy Hump Day. Wednesday. I'm Don Geronimo.
And I'm Mike O'Mara. And we're chatting with Molly Wallace.
And I want to mention later following us tonight a show of a slightly controversial nature. I understand that on the market all kinds of creams to enhance the male
pleasure?
The size.
Oh, size cream.
We've got a guy here on the station.
Michael Soares.
And if you'll pardon the French, he's hung like a horse, soars like a horse, and that's the name of the show. Hung like a horse, like Michael Source. It'll be on right after we're done, which will be about 28 minutes from now. It's 5.
But before we're done,
32 on the East Coast.
Stay tuned for my famous cheese stick recipe.
28 minutes until the hour. Don and Mike show. We're on the line with Molly Wallace, who works for Wilson Footballs. Molly?
Yes?
Molly, how much did you have to pay Tom Hanks to get that nasty, what was that? It was a dodgeball, a kickball?
Or a volleyball. A soccer ball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was
fantastic.
in the movie Castaway. How much did you have to pay Mr. Hanks for that?
Actually, I'm lying to you. It was a volleyball.
It was a volleyball,
It
that's
started
right.
out as a soccer ball. And
I wish we had time for the answer, Molly.
Time to go.
Until next time, don't forget that this time is our time together. Take this time to make it a happy time for all the people in your life. Until next time, let me just say, it's 32 minutes after the hour, 28 minutes until you got to be somewhere at the top of the hour. Until next time, thank you for being part, Molly, of our time.
Thank you.
Molly, our deepest thanks.
Molly, if you hold on just a moment.
Sure.
We want to thank you for being with us. Until next time, don't forget, all the time in the world. Not stop the fact that I can't do that anymore. Now,
people will exclaim, that's a great cheese stick.
Ooh. Pick it up. See what she says.
Wow.
She had to know we were goofing.
Got to be pleased.
Molly? Hey, it's Rob. Thanks so much for coming on the show with us. We'd like to hold on to your name. Can we give you a call for next year's Super Bowl as well? We'd love to have you. They're market legends, and they really had a good time with you.
That's how she thought it went.
Thanks a lot. How do you think it went? Okay, good. Well, we appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
And now the best part, the response from Rob.
She said something funny to you. What did she say?
We could hear the lady through the phone.
I think it went great.
Sure.
I've never been on a show like that before, but it was really fun.
Wow. Okay.
She hadn't a clue. She wants to come on next year.
Good for her.
What a crazy bitch. Crazy bitch time, 33 past the hour. There you go. Now we've had a real strong show today, and here's where it falls apart.
What's going on?
Honk for cash.
Oh!
It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work. Let me just say, help! Let me just say, weather permitting.
Yes.
Because we do have a national, regional, coast-to-coast show.
Right.
If the weather is bad in your area, ice, snow, etc., don't call to play the game.
No.
But if you live in an area where the roads are clear,
Right.
you got no ice out there, no snow,
Safe.
call us right now. The deal is very simple in nature. It never works the right way, but when you draw it up, it's a can't-lose proposition. You're at a stoplight. Right. It has a left-hand turn arrow, meaning you got a couple lanes that can go straight, but one lane that just can make a left turn. You can only make a left turn when the little arrow appears.
You come up to the light, you wait till it turns green, and when it turns green, you stay there. And then you stick your cell phone out the window, and we count the number of beeps.
And we pay you $1 for every honk that we hear in 30 seconds. Now, you must know, and we're going to have to turn the music off now because I'm going to speak seriously for a second.
Yes.
When you're playing honk for cash, we say go. Don't talk. Don't say a thing.
Keep a sock in it, please.
Because that screws it up. 30 seconds, just hang the phone outside and imagine the smorgasbord of money that you're going to get if every person behind you honks because you're not moving.
This game has been called a radio classic by many trade publications.
Hey, I'm not kidding. This was ripped off by a disc jockey in Britain, and he called it Toot for Loot.
Toot for Loot. Honk for Cash is just incredible.
We
no
call
cheating.
it Honk for Cash, so call now at 877-365-3636. Weather permitting, of course, we will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
It's a new commercial time for you to get a new wireless company. Switch to Singular and take advantage of the amazing deals that Singular is offering right now.
Singular offers the great phones, the great service, and best of all, the rollover.
Only Singular lets you keep your number and your unused anytime minutes. Only Singular has DRO. The rollover, baby.
Sign up for the Family Talk, and Singular will give you the 500 bonus rollover minutes to share.
You know who loved that?
Who's that?
Beethoven.
There you go, rollover.
Rollover Beethoven.
Add a line for $9.99 per line per month on select plans starting at just $39.99 a month. The nationwide long distance is included.
It's a new year. Singular has the newest phones, like the Nokia 3935. They should never give us numbers.
No, it's ridiculous.
The Nokia phone, go ask them. It's got numbers in it. It's purchase, free with the purchase of a $4.99 text. This has been a really good commercial until the very end. Just give us words, not numbers. Certain restrictions apply. See any singular wireless store.
Did you get it all in there?
For details.
The Don and Mike Show.
Yes, we are.
WKFK.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Good morning. Coffee?
Yes, that'd be good. Sally Gibbs, Sally. 461-0192.
How did you know my phone number?
How'd you know that? Said read the telephone book last night. Gibbs, Sally. 461-0192.
He remembers things, little things sometimes.
Very clever boy. I'll be right back.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
You memorize the whole book?
No.
You start from the beginning?
Yeah.
How far did you get?
G. G? G, God's sake. William Marshall, God's sake.
You memorized to G.
Yeah, G.
The Don and Mike Show.
I'm sorry, but I thought that was the one where they're driving in the car.
That's when they're in the diner, and then I think right after that he picks up the toothpick.
Counts the toothpicks, right.
We will never speak of this again. The Don and Mike Show.
Robbie, don't we have another Rain Man tape where they're in the car and he hears a liner, the Tard does, and then
97X. Bam.
Yeah, future of rock and roll. Finally, Tom Cruise has to go, hey, Tard.
Ray, knock it off.
Enough. Oh, and Tom Cruise. I told you a couple hours ago that they were sniping,
right.
Tom and Nicole at the Golden Globes. I don't know if you knew this or not. Nicole had a very bad night, besides arguing with Tom Cruise and the fact that she didn't win anything.
Right.
She had to dash backstage for double-sided tape when her gown slipped, nearly exposing one of her pink nipples.
Oh, my.
While she was presenting the Best Actor thing to Sean Penn, so America almost got to see her tease.
Almost.
Wow. And we have we have received word via the internet from the winner of our incest contest.
There it is.
Really? We'll hold on to that for tomorrow's episode. And now as we get ready for Honk for Cash,
97 FM.
Here it is.
The future of rock and roll.
97X. Bam. The future of rock and roll. 97X. Bam. The future of rock and roll. 97X. Bam. The future of rock and roll.
Ray. Enough already.
Right, okay. That's the tape I wanted, because we're setting up something. You're in your car, you're driving.
Yeah, we'll be working with a lot of trainables here.
Maybe you're retarded. You're definitely retarded if you're listening to our show. And it's Honk for Cash. We've run through the ground rules. You ready to start, Mike?
I have got my pen in hand. I'm ready to count honks.
Let's go to Cody. Hey, Cody.
Hey, how are you doing?
Now, I hope, you're an adult. I pray you had that name before Kathy Lee Gifford and Anus in the Morning started naming their children after Wild West heroes. Cody, where you from, Cody?
I'm from Salt Lake City.
Out west.
Now, I got to ask you about the weather, because I hear on the Weather Channel that it snowed every day in Salt Lake for like 30 days in a row.
That it's what?
It snowed for 3 weeks in a row.
Cody, please try to focus.
Right. It did. Right at Christmas, it snowed for about 3 weeks.
No, but I hear it's still snowing there every day. I just want to make sure, are the road conditions okay to play Honk for Cash?
They are. The roads are clear.
Are you at a stoplight that has a left-hand turn signal?
I am almost to a stoplight.
Yeah, that's the way it normally works. Thank you, Cody.
I'll come back to you, Cody. Let's go to Casey. Casey.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where's
I'm
Catherine?
getting honks as we speak.
You're what doing?
I'm getting honks as we speak. Hang on a second.
All right. You will notice that on Honk for Cash, it brings out the finest listeners.
And I'm an idiot. I said, you're what doing? I mean, you're doing what? So you're almost to the stop.
No, he's at the stop.
I'm at the stop. The light actually just turned red, so they stopped talking at me.
He started without us.
Okay, gotcha. Hi, Don and Mike Show. Thomas.
Yes.
Thomas, where are you from?
I'm from Carson City.
Beautiful, out in Nevada. Now, are you at a light?
I am almost there. I'm going to the busiest intersection I can find.
How long?
The busiest one in our town. Probably give me like 35 seconds.
All right, now we can give. We'll give a guy 35 or 40 seconds.
Feeling generous, are we?
Tell me something, Thomas. You mentioned you're in one of the busiest parts of Carson. Those two don't go together.
Yeah.
You're having a busy part of Carson City.
Welcome to Carson City.
But I'm guessing it's like the major intersection, right?
Yeah, probably like the only one they have, but...
All right, it's been 35 seconds. Are you there?
Not quite yet. Almost.
Yeah.
Okay, now... But
did you lie to us about 35 seconds?
I probably did.
Before we play the game, let me ask you, when you finally get to the light, and the light...
Oh, man, get its issue.
And the light turns green, what are you going to do?
I'm going to put my phone out the window and shut up.
For how long?
And 5 or 6 cycles.
No, 30 seconds.
You're not paying attention, Thomas.
I'll come back to you, Thomas.
I don't think Thomas really has a car.
No,
hello, Don and Mike.
Katie and Cody or Cassidy.
Hello, Don and Mike. Who's this?
Hello?
Yes, who is this, please?
Yeah, this is Craig from Wichita.
Craig from Wichita, KFH, FM and AM.
Cody, Casey, and Craig.
That's right.
Craig, are you at the light right now?
I'm the first one in the left-hand turn signal with the red light.
All right, now this sounds promising. Fantastic.
Craig, what we want you to do is when it turns green, let us know, and then shut up and stick the phone out the window.
For 30 seconds.
30 seconds. You got it, Craig.
Don't say, even if you're watching the clock in your car, don't come back like at 28 or 29 and go, hey, Don and Mike, no one's honking. Let it play out.
All right.
I'll wait.
We'll call time.
How long do you think, Craig, before the light turns green?
I'd say I'd give me about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Because I just pulled up and it turned red right when I got to the...
There you
go. In our business, my friend, that's a career. Go to Jay. Jay.
Hi, I am listening always.
Thank you, Jay. Jay, are you at the light?
I am at the light.
Okay.
The light is red.
So it just started?
Yeah, I'm probably going to need a minute, yeah.
1 minute.
I don't want to snow you, but the roads are tight.
Go back to Craig.
Go back to Craig?
Craig.
Craig hung up.
Craig Zadu.
Give me another name.
Go back to Casey.
Casey hung up.
How about Cody?
Cody hung up.
How about Thomas in Carson City?
Let's go to Thomas. I got him. Thomas.
Yes.
How's that light doing, pal?
It already turned green. I have to go back around the block.
All right.
Of course you do.
We'll come back to you.
Have to go back around the block or so.
Don and Mike. Hi, who's this? Hello?
Hey.
Name, please.
Ron in Annapolis.
All right, Ron, are you at the light, sir?
Yes, I am, sir.
Beautiful. You know what? One time, we'll stick with the guy.
Wow.
Even if it takes 2 minutes.
Buddy.
With the guy.
Ron, are you in a left-hand turn lane?
I am in a left-hand turn lane.
Is the light red currently?
Downtown Annapolis, the light is red.
Are you at the head of the line?
No, there's about 6 in front of me and about 4 behind me.
All right.
Important question.
But I'm going to make sure if the 6 gets through the light, I'm not going to make it through the light. I'm going to make sure I stop.
No. When the 6 go and ahead of you,
the strategy is proper. He should follow the cars to the front and then stop.
But
it'll get more of a violent reaction.
But what I'm thinking is, though, what if it just appears that he's just...
Oh, I'm getting about 10 cars behind me now. This is great.
See, otherwise they'll zip around him because there'll be room in front of him.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get
you're right.
into the intersection.
The zip around factor. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're right into the intersection. We're right in line.
All right, we'll stick with you.
All right, Ron, you sound a little chatty. You're going to have to work on that, okay?
So, Ron, remember, when the light...
I will zip it 30 seconds.
When the light turns green, you say the light is green, and then you just hold your phone out the window, and that's
light is green.
Go! Get ready now for the excitement that is Honk for Cash. This guy has stopped at a left-hand turn signal. Listen to the pedestrians screaming at him, motorists honking at him. Right, I don't hear anything either. Nobody's honking at him.
No.
Come on.
Oh, I knew he was a talker. I knew he was a talker.
Hello, Don and Mike. Who's this?
Jason.
Jason, are you at the light, my friend?
I am, and it just probably turned red about a minute ago. So
keeps up the winning streak, though.
All right, let's
we have never played Honk for Cash without a Jason.
Let's go back to Thomas in Nevada. Thomas.
Thomas is almost there again.
Almost there again or so?
There's only one intersection in Carson. Come on now.
Why are you hanging me?
Here's John. John.
Yo, John Mike.
Hi, are you at the light, my friend?
I am about 10 feet away.
10 feet away.
Now, are you?
Then you should be there now.
Are you in line or are you moving?
I'm moving. I'm about to be in line right now.
What do you mean, John? You're stretching the truth a little bit. Tell us the truth.
All right, I'm stopped right now.
All right, we're going to go to someone else. Let's go to Matt.
Hey, guys, I'm stopped. I'm all set to go.
All right, this may be the guy who plays...
Lights about to get now green.
Go! Remember the setup. He's just sitting there. He's not doing anything.
Come on, Honk!
Oh, disqualification.
Violation.
Yes.
Violation, you're not allowed to speak.
Oh, these names on my page.
Not allowed to speak. Thomas.
Yes.
Coming back to you. How's it going, Thomas?
It's a small town, but it's a big wide circle. I'm almost there.
There's almost there, Thomas from Carson.
How about Craig in Kansas? I think we talked to him before. Craig.
Yeah, so the lights, it's getting ready. I had to sit through a ladder. You missed about 30 honks, so just give me about 30 seconds.
Right.
Of course.
Of course, we
All right, you want to give him the 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Yeah,
all right, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How you feeling now?
21.
Oh, here we go. It's getting ready to turn green.
22,
Come on, Mike. No,
23,
Here we go.
26, 25.
Go. All right, play. Go. You got it in.
Yeah.
That's the first time he's heard that. He got it in.
I give him 2 on that.
Is that a honk or a yell?
Who knows? 2 honks. And he was lying about the 30 because you don't play the game with him. Same
one.
horn.
Same one. And he's got 5, 4, 3, 2.
I counted 4 honks from the same car, which might be Craig.
Hey, Craig. Hey, dude.
He's not picking up. He's following your instructions.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Same. Well, it might be an angry guy with that sustained honk.
Did a lot better last time.
Hey, Craig.
Will you honk your own horn for us, please?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah. Craig?
Did you hear it?
No.
Here, I'll pull over and do it. It's not very loud. Hold on. Did you hear it that
cheating.
time?
No.
You're a cheat. You're a cheat, Craig.
I swear to God.
You're a cheater. You were honking your own horn.
I was not cheating. I swear to God.
Then how come we can't hear your horn?
I'm because I'm in this big truck. It's a big work truck. I promise it's not. That was not my horn.
BS.
No, I swear it was this dumb bitch behind me. She had a little flow, and I set the light twice, and she was pissed off.
Just honk your own horn.
I'm going to. Hold on. I got to pull over to do it because you can't hear it over the engine. See?
All right.
Here we go. Hold on. I'm pulling over right here.
Okay.
Hold on.
We're waiting.
Hold on. Here we go.
Come on, we're getting into Buzz News time.
Hold on.
Here we go. Did you hear it that time?
Sounds amazingly similar.
I swear to God, it was a little Toyota Corolla behind me, and I'm in a GMC dually.
I think it sounds different.
Mm-hmm. It sounds
It is
the same tone, but
how many did you hear, Mike?
I heard 4.
Let's give him the $4.
All right, you're very lucky, Craig.
You guys, hey, donate that to charity because I love you guys.
$4. Your generosity slays me.
$4.
Hey,
some kid in
the Edwards campaign.
Some kid in Somalia will be able to eat for a day.
Or we can just send over a pen.
Give it to John Edwards. Doesn't he need it? The guy aren't you?
Why you got to get all political on our ass, for goodness
sake? Well, that's who Mike supports, but you got to...
No, I support Wesley Clark, you moron.
Anyway, that's how we play Honk for Cash, everybody.
That's how you play.
You know, just for snicks, let's just check with John, or I'm sorry, Thomas
in Carson City.
Thomas, because he's been on the line.
Thomas is right here.
Thomas?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm at the light.
Okay. I'll let you sit through the intro to Buzz's News and see if the light goes during the next... How long does this take, Buzz? About a minute for us to do this?
Yeah, a little less.
Something like that.
In the future, we'll let him play, but in the future, shouldn't you disqualify someone who refers to himself continually in the third person?
Yes, absolutely.
I love the fact you hate so much.
Thomas.
Thomas from Carson City.
Time for Buzz here.
Well, it's a small town. I need somebody to talk to.
Thomas is here.
And still, Thomas, the light has not changed?
The one is just turning green going the other way, so I'll be the next one.
Sure.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
In a world where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people.
That was Buzz. It's me.
He made it up.
Well,
Michael Elston as Buzz Burbank.
what is your lead story today, Buzz?
Today, a penis gets on TV, and the FCC hands out a record-setting fine for a radio show.
Ooh, yeah, right. Okay, listen, Thomas.
Yes.
You are SOL, man. You were on the line for this time a minute and a half.
You know what? It's green now, but there's nobody behind me.
Yeah, well.
All right, story of our life.
Stay tuned.
Good day.
For news and comments
When he gets
coming
home,
up
Mom's
on the
gonna be
Don and
pissed.
Mike Show.
What, Rob? What?
When he gets home, Mom is going to be pissed.
Mom! That was all very
Professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show. WJFK.
Hey, Charlie, we cannot get through to Beverly Farmer. Charlie, how's the traffic?
Well, the traffic is really bad because a lot of people are going home from work.
Who's the traffic brought to us by, Charlie?
Charlie Broyhill.
Why?
This traffic update brought to you by Veromax.
And who are you?
Singular Wireless.
Who are you?
I'm Charlie Stewang Stabelag.
For the Don and Mike Show.
For the Don and Mike Show.
WJFK.
I'm WJFK.
Community broadcaster, WJFK-FM, Manassas, Washington, D.C.
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show. Taking you on a journey that you could not take on your own. Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Time for Buzz's News now. Buzz brought to you by Veramax Sexual Pleasure. Performance enhancer.
Someone called for a doctor?
Doctor develops clinically tested. Veramax works. Get it at Rite Aid, GNC, other select retailers. Try it today. Veramax. 1-888 try VMAX. Stop me before I sing again. Here's Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hey, Don and Mike. The government wants our corporate rival to pay a record-setting fine for allowing a penis to appear on the radio. The downside for the government is the news media is going to be using that word a lot just to tell this story.
Penis?
Yeah, that one.
Penis. Let me just mention penis. Tomorrow, penis on the Penis Show. Actually, it's a circumcised penis we have for you tomorrow because our show tomorrow will be cut somewhat.
Yes, it will.
Half a show so we can get down to Houston for the Super Bowl. Tomorrow, we'll have both two guests we love. Mr. Skin.
Yes.
We don't have him on as much as we used to, but we still love him.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy that we don't have on as much as we want either. Mankind, Mick Foley.
Oh, very good. Yeah, we like him.
Our favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
And also, you'll be learning how to cure syphilis tomorrow with penicillin.
There it is.
Just wanted to say penis again.
That's what does.
And syphilis was from the Joe segment earlier today.
Yes, the movie Syphilis from 1941 or so.
No, for sure.
No, for sure.
The FCC wants to fine Clear Channel Communications over $750,000.
Well, listen, now, we don't work for Clear Channel. We work for Infinity. Clear Channel has just been hit with this indecency fine. Should do the same thing Infinity does.
Respectfully agree not to pay the fine.
Respectfully decline.
Respectfully decline.
Respectfully decline not to pay the fine.
Maybe they will. It was for the Randy Talk on
they're right.
On the Bubba the Love Sponge show. The cited segments included graphic discussions of sex and drugs. The FCC says, quote, pander to, titillate, and shock listeners, end quote. The segments ran on a number of stations. The FCC says they ran 26 times, and it wants to fine the owners the maximum $27,500 for each of those 26 times.
Will the FCC please stop being the thought police? I don't dispute the fact that some of the material in question, it depends how you perceive it.
Right.
You know, it might be offensive, it might not be offensive.
And the fact of the matter is that we make it real clear that this is a show for adults, and I think most of these shows do. And if they don't, they should.
Yeah.
And if that's what you have to do, I mean, we always look at it like HBO. We really do. And even though we can't say the things they say on HBO, our content leans towards the adult, and this is a home for adults. We've always said it's not for kids, and that's just the way it is.
And the FCC should just really go F themselves. They really should. There's so many other media outlets they should be looking at. I mean, Jesus Christ. Again, I'm watching the show, what's the show with the old ladies? The View.
Yes.
I'm watching The View. Because I'm an old lady. I don't know why. Because it's 11 in the morning, and there's nothing else on television. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I know Barker's on, but he's an old lady, too. So I turn on The View, and again, today, they're using the T word.
Right.
They're talking about their breasts. ABC. And I guess because it's women and because it's Star Jones, I can only imagine what hers looked like. It's okay to say the T word 1,000, literally today, 1,000 times.
Wow.
Really? Yes. Oh, well, I don't know about her. Not 1,000 times. Maybe this is like my 50-yard analogy.
Okay, all right.
There were 3 or 4 times, though, where...
You know what I really think? Go after the predators that are all over the Internet.
Right.
You know, that's what you go after.
Right.
People that can reach out and really, affect somebody.
Well, the government also wants to fine that company $40,000 for record-keeping violations. The company has 30 days to pay the fine or appeal. Clear Channel is America's biggest owner of radio stations. Infinity, which is the second biggest, owns this program. Now, the FCC also wants to fine the owner of a San Francisco TV station for allowing a guy's thing to be seen on its morning show. Good morning. The guest was a performer from the traveling show Puppetry of the Penis. The man's genitals were seen by viewers for approximately 1 second. 1 second before the director cut away.
Wow.
Don't you think the FCC's got more important things to worry about?
Apparently not.
Swear to effing Christ. Really? You're worried about a penis on TV for 1 second? You worry about disc jockeys doing stupid innuendo bits?
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
Come on. Back off.
What's the deal?
Back off. And because you do this to these other radio shows and these other radio stations, our bosses' sphincters get even tighter.
Yeah, we'll be tightened up on this. That's what'll happen.
Even though
all of us.
We're not the ones that this company right now has at least two different shows that have been fined hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Infinity, God bless them, our company, they say we respectfully decline to pay. Now you would think, hey, you guys are working for a company with some balls. You guys,
do they have any jurisdiction over the Internet?
I don't think so.
The FCC, they really don't.
No, they really don't.
All I know is that this company that we're working for, while you look at it on paper and you go, well, that's good. They stand behind the talent. They're fighting the fines. The problem is, it's great if you're the guy that said the thing, because you don't get in any trouble, and they respectfully decline to pay.
Right.
The problem is the other 8,000 disc jockeys that work for the company, they get called in and said, hey, listen, because douche and dummy in Detroit said this, you can't say the word master.
Yeah. Right. And I've always maintained, when we're talking about this medium, when you're talking about radio, there's the great parental control. It's called a volume knob or an on-off switch.
Right. Or how about this?
With the Internet, really, and I hate to keep bringing it up, but as far as being a parent, that's what scares me, because that can happen, and if you're not in tune with what's going on, it's silent and stuff. Right. You can hear what's happening on this show, and I know a lot of people that love this show that don't listen to this show when their kids are in the car. Right. That's the way it works.
Right. And the thing is, it should just be, I don't even want to get into the Internet, just because the FCC right now does have jurisdiction over the airwaves.
Yeah, it's the airwaves has nothing to do with the Internet. I compare it to the Internet because when you talk about what everybody should be worried about, it's a lot more dangerous a thing than it is what we're doing here. And
Amen.
The fact to think that what we do here can be taken that seriously.
But even with us and with this guy in Florida and all the other guys, how about and the ladies on The View, how about one set of rules for everybody?
Make the book, as big as you want, but make it for everybody.
Because the last time I checked, that it's the 7 words are S, MF, CS. Isn't MF? Isn't T one of the words?
Yes, T is one of the words.
Right. So if Barbara Walters, if Barbara Walters and her crows are sitting around and tossing out the T word,
with no fine at all
on The View, then why are you coming down on a bunch of radio stations? And if Nicole Richie gets on Fox TV and says this is effing great, I'm about to S my pants, why don't you do something about that?
Right.
Why are you worried about a disc jockey doing a bit about what it would sound like if George Jetson had sex?
Really, and if you're going to do it, just make it even.
Same rule for everybody.
Right.
You can say the T word, you can't say the T word. You can pretend that cartoon characters are having sex, you can't pretend they're having sex.
Right. Make up your mind.
Just tell us what we can do, what we can't do.
Well, last month, he was at the Kennedy Center being honored for being the most influential musicians of the last 50 years. But today, James Brown was in a jail cell in Aiken County, South Carolina.
The feist.
First, get a good education.
The charge.
You're going back to school.
Once again, the charge, domestic violence.
Hey,
well, she just wouldn't listen.
Harmony.
The 70-year-old godfather of soul did a year and a half in prison after a 1988 arrest on assault and drug charges.
Come on in. Hey,
Hi, this is James Brown.
Hi, James.
And you'd be surprised at the number of young people who said they want to be like James Brown.
Hey, here comes your wife.
But my advice to them is to first get a good education. Then pursue a career. Don't be a join the rest of your friends that are heading back to school.
Thank you, James.
James Brown.
I'm out.
The rumor is still circulating that Rudy Giuliani will replace Dick Cheney as vice president in the Bush re-election campaign, but
good.
The White House is laughing off those rumors. MSNBC quoted a well-placed source this week who's saying that Cheney's health would be the reason given for his stepping aside. But the rumor's been circulating for 2 years.
You know the well-placed source?
Michael Source. Hi. You're very well-placed.
I'm all for that.
You've always been well-placed.
The thing is, you get... And I'm a Bush supporter. Mike, I know you don't like to hear that. I am. But I'll give you this. He's a dope. But I think the other guy, any other Democrat, whoever it is, they're going to be a dope. However, God forbid, something happens to Bush. He chokes on another pretzel. I wouldn't mind Giuliani being in charge.
I wouldn't either. I'd rather have Giuliani than Cheney.
Large and in charge.
I got a lot of different reasons for wanting Giuliani more than Cheney, not just the health issue.
But that's a good ticket. Bush and Giuliani's a good ticket.
I don't think it's going to happen, though.
A senior Bush official tells the New York Daily News, quote, "That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard." That official describes former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani as pro-choice and a loose cannon with no foreign policy experience. Doesn't sound like they want him.
There you go. No, bring him on.
Well, I know, but it doesn't sound like they want him.
Well, that's how you get a girl, Buzz. You act like you don't want
There you go. See, that's why he could be a political operative.
That's brilliant.
That's what you do. You say, hey, you know what, Rudy, no, we really don't want you around. Then you get him going, oh, come on, don't you want me? No, we're happy with Cheney. But come on, look at Cheney. He might have a heart attack, for God's sakes. All he does is go in the mountains and hide. Nah, forget it. Then next thing you know, get Giuliani going, okay, listen, I'll do anything you want.
Right.
And then...
Nice Bush.
There you go.
That's how we get advertisers.
And then...
Who doesn't like, it's tough not to like Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah. That's true.
It really is.
It sure is.
It's tough not to like Rudy Giuliani.
And I would say
I wish he was in the right party.
I would say he's had a little foreign policy experience.
Yeah, just a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Poor old crazy Howard Dean, meanwhile, has forgotten to pay the $1,000 tab he ran up at a deli in Des Moines during the Iowa caucus.
It's tough for this guy today.
Normally at the Brown Bag Deli, owner Scott Hoffman gives you your sandwich and then you pay him for it. But he says the Dean campaign ran up a $963 tab on January 16th and never did pay.
Rob would like to point out once again that in Rob Spiewak's opinion,
right,
Howard Dean has a problem with his lower teeth.
That's all you see is the lower teeth.
It's like, that's right, he sticks out the lower teeth all the time.
That's stone fact.
Yes.
How are your teeth?
It's
Underbite Man!
As compared to Overbite Man. Overbite Man would sound like this. Underbite Man is much more fightingly sarcastic, Don Geronimo. Overbite Man is a little slower.
An Overbite Man, I've always thought this Overbite Man sounds like a Ferengi.
Yeah, yes, that's right, human. You are foolish humans with your big presidential primary.
I am Locutus of Borg.
I am the nasty Underbite Man, here to eat you.
Resistance is futile.
I did not mean that sexually.
Number one.
Well, that $963.01, to be exact, is for 200 sandwich specials featuring turkey, roast beef, ham, and veggie.
Are we still on in Des Moines?
Yes, we are. Well, the last we knew.
Well, how come they never call up?
I don't know.
They're too busy caucusing.
Have they put us on tape delay, or are we on live in Des Moines?
I don't know.
Were we on at 9?
2? Des Moines.
Maybe.
Let me look at my list.
I don't remember.
Des Moines.
Where did the third place, while Don's doing that, where did the third place people in New Hampshire finish? My guy's one of them.
Let me double check on that.
Who got third and who got fourth?
Let me get back to you.
I think the other guy...
It's a dead heat. I think they both had like 12%.
Yeah.
Des Moines, Iowa. We're on 2 to 5 p.m., and then they rerun the whole show again from 7 to 11.
Ah.
So either they're not running us live or ain't nobody listening in Des Moines. But Well, who cares?
Well, I really think they ought to pronounce the town correctly, Des Moines.
Who cares? That's a winning attitude, huh? Well, who cares?
Yeah, you know.
Who cares? Call or
But
don't.
Madison, that's a different story.
Call or no go.
You care so bad it hurts in Madison.
We'll fight for Madison.
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
Yeah. The deli owner says it wasn't the first time Dean had tried to run out on the bill, so he says this time he went after him and got the runaround. No money. Scott says the other candidates paid COD, which he says is making him rethink his support for Howard Dean.
Wow. I mean, that is so dumb.
Yeah.
That is just so dumb.
Sad, really.
You know, the guy runs after you and said, hey, you owe me $900 for this, and he gets the runaround. He's got probably more money than most of the candidates, right?
Indeed. Now your Homeland Insecurity update.
Uh-oh. You love doing this.
I do. 2 senators want the government to ban butane lighters and matches from the cabins of airlines. They say the terrorists could use the fire starters to ignite jackets that have been doused with explosives. The current law allows passengers to carry 2 butane lighters and 4 books of matches on board. The lawmakers say that law reflects a lax attitude on security. They say the shoe bomber might have succeeded if he'd had a lighter instead of a match, because the match blew out. But it was the smell of the match sulfur that caught the attention of the flight attendant who stopped
I agree.
the shoe
I agree
bomber.
with the senators, of course. I mean, you can't smoke on an airplane anyway. Go ahead.
No,
buy your 12-cent lighter at the airport on the other end.
Mike, you know me. We'll be getting off an airplane tomorrow. As soon as we get out of the airport, what's the first thing I go for? My Opus Ex Fuente. I've got to have my cigar. I got to have a lighter. We're arriving late. The concession place won't be open. I got to carry a bit lighter on me. I've got to.
You could check it.
You and your crazy vices.
You could check it.
Everybody's just doing carry-on.
But if you checked the bag, you'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys allowed. So you guys want? So it's okay with you, Mike, tomorrow night when we get to Houston at midnight? It's okay if we wait an extra half hour for my bag to come around the carousel so I can carry a lighter?
You know what? I mean, really, if they think that, or make it more convenient to get a where you go anywhere you can get a book of matches. Mm-hmm. You can get matches anywhere.
Did you know they allow...
Not walking out of an... Trust me, I've walked through airports at late hours when, like, everything is closed, when the hot dog stand is closed and the where you buy your newspapers is closed. You can't find anything.
I don't mind a little inconvenience for more security. I really don't.
I like convenience. I don't see anybody...
Well, you don't also care. You really don't care. You've told me this time and time and demonstrated it. You don't care if you die.
Well, when your number's up, your number's up. I'm not looking forward to it, but when it happens, it happens. I'm pretty convinced that my untimely demise will not be because of a Bic lighter.
Mm-hmm. Hope not.
What if they collect the lighters?
And give them back?
Yeah, that'd be all right.
I'm down with that.
Why don't we do that?
I'd say I got the pink one.
Maybe you'll get a better lighter. Make it like a model.
I have the red one. Scotch tape on your hands and get all the lighters.
I have all the lighters.
Well, if the tabloid weekly...
we just solved that. We should be in Congress.
Good job.
We just did that right then.
Because I'm a guy...
I was sensitive to your needs. I said, well, then they collect the lighters and they hand them back.
And that's what
Why not?
You compromise.
Negotiation, that's right.
It's just like when you go through the screening. You take off your watch and everything, so you go through the metal detector. You get on the plane.
Right at the gate, the flight attendant says, you have any lighter? Hand her a lighter. She's got a big thing with lighters. Get your lighter when you leave.
There you go.
Brilliant. And if the tabloid, the Weekly World News, is to be believed, and judging from its stories on Bigfoot, no, terrorists are now sneaking into the country disguised as garden gnomes. The supermarket rag quotes a top CIA source as saying, and this is great.
They're getting their clothes from Dan Snyder.
These guys are typical Al-Qaeda operatives with beards down to their belt buckles and a burning hatred for all things American.
Did you say another source said this?
No, a top CIA source.
Michael's source.
There he is again.
There he is. He says, but they are tiny, and they're being shipped into this country disguised as garden gnomes. A suicide gnome may be small, but he can still strap on a lot of explosives, walk into a crowded mall, and boom! End quote.
Wow.
The tabloid claims the gnomes are the result of a genetic breeding program dating back to the early 70s and a joint effort of Libya, Iraq, Iran, and Chinese doctors. It says Bin Laden, it says, was the first to realize that garden gnomes stood in the yards of millions of American homes. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
That story comes to you from Nome, Alaska.
That's right.
What's next? We got to do a break here.
Martha Stewart in court with some surprises.
Is that a good thing?
Well, hello.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Hello! Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show.
Drink your mead. but in moderation.
Right.
No man is called discourteous who goes to bed at an early hour. Just ask Don Geronimo and Mike O'Mara.
Well, we'll be in Houston tomorrow night, arriving very late after midnight to do the show Friday from the Super Bowl. And I can't say Super Bowl in the following slug.
Okay.
That's why I mentioned we're going to Houston to do the show for the Super Bowl. Right now, be caller 100. You got to live in the D.C., Baltimore area. Caller 100-877-365-3636. Remember, I can't say Super Bowl.
Right, you can't do that.
You can win the ultimate
big game
party six-pack. Table for six in the ESPN Zone screening room where there's a 16-foot TV to watch.
Bill Coleman.
The big game.
Hi, everybody.
Dinner buffet and ESPN Zone game cards. And here's the best part.
I got to run.
Rob Spiewak.
I got to run.
Spiewak.
Thank you.
From the Don and Mike Show will be there 5 till 7. That means that Rob will be working through most of the first quarter of the game.
But I intend on staying until Survivor is over.
There you go.
As he hosts the big game party at the ESPN Zone in D.C. Caller 100 right now. Dial recklessly and you'll win this.
Join me. Good luck.
Good luck. It's Super Bowl. Okay,
Good
we
luck.
all know it's Super
We were pretty
Bowl.
sure, yeah.
Super Bowl. Big game. The big game. Jesus Christ. Big game of pocket pool I'm playing right now. That's a big game.
Big game.
It's a Super Bowl.
I was bleeding to death.
The Martha Stewart case is opened in New York, and the prosecution opened its arguments by calling her a liar. The defense, meanwhile, had a shocking opener that Martha might have had insider information, but didn't know she'd used it to do something illegal.
Oh, God.
That is so lawyer speak, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're trying to cover her ass.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
And what an ass.
She's accused of dumping her shares of a company's stock just before the value of that stock went into the toilet. For the defense to admit this knowledge is a real courtroom gamble. It could backfire. We'll see.
Could backfire.
Martha.
Or beautiful Halle Berry. The accident-prone actress has done it again.
She run somebody over again?
She had to be taken, to the hospital again over the weekend after hitting her head on a microphone boom.
She gets racked up like once a year.
Yeah. Is someone trying to kill her? I don't know. Actually, the boom hit her, but still, accidents seem to find Halle Berry.
Poor Catwoman.
She broke her arm last year while filming Gothica. She got an eye injury on the set of Die Another Day, remember? She's also had at least one car wreck, but that's another Halle Berry story.
You know, Buzz, maybe on the sets of all these movies, maybe she just won't listen to direction. Let's get a call 100, give away this non-Super Bowl thing.
Make me feel good.
Big party, big game party. Don and Mike, hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
Laura Perlo.
Laura, you're the 100th caller.
You're kidding me.
Do not say Super Bowl. Actually, it's Superb Owl.
That's right.
Superb Owl. It's not. It's spelling SUPERBOWL. But if you split it up, it could be.
Are you looking forward to the Superb Owl?
I certainly am looking forward to the Superb Owl.
You have won the ultimate big game party six-pack. Join Rob. Anyway, all this stuff for you, it's good. It's food, it's drinks, it's at the ESPN Zone for the Superb Owl this Sunday, 5 till 7 with Rob. You can stay there as long as you want. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on just a second. There you
there.
go. Who's lucky? Rob's lucky. Rob's working on Super Bowl Sunday.
I got to run.
Yeah, you know, Rob, 6:59. 59.
Bye-bye.
Unless the check is not in his hand.
Yeah, that'd be really for the people down at the ESPN Zone. That would be a way to keep her.
You want to hang on.
Right. Just
hide the check.
We'll have that check in about 2 minutes, Rob. We'll have it for you in just a second.
From our We Don't Want to Know What We Think We Already Know department, Jennifer Aniston says Brad Pitt is a demon in bed. A reporter actually asked her if he's a good F. Yes, she exclaimed. Aniston turns 35 next month and says she'll consider plastic surgery when she's in her 40s. Yes.
Attacking a big white bitch.
Someone asked her about that, too. Quoting Jen, sure, I'd have a facelift, absolutely, but some women have gone too far. Some, look like the Grinch.
Patty Heaton. You know, and for me, I don't mind the fact that she good for Brad Pitt. Way to go.
Right.
Tear that thing up.
Yeah.
Really?
A demon in bed. Or was that your term?
No, that's well,
it's yours.
Yeah.
Oh, so she didn't actually call him a demon in bed. What did you say?
She just said yes. The reporter said, "Is Brad a good F?" And
so Buzz said he's
said,
a demon
yes.
in bed.
Okay,
yes.
Buzz. Hey, seems to me you might have some Brad Pitt issues.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the fact that he tears that thing up. And it would be okay if you presented it as she was asked, is Brad a good F?
Right. Okay. But instead, that was Buzz Burbank saying she's a demon. He's a demon in bed.
So I have Brad Pitt issues. Don't we all? The fans of rapper 50 Cent are being given a chance to perform in a porno video. 50 Cent is giving them that chance.
What?
He'll even be in the video with his posse, but they'll leave on their clothing. The sex will be taped on 50 Cent's tour bus. Fans will be invited on board and invited to sign the contract. 50 Cent's real name is Curtis Jackson. You'll need to know that when we report on the court cases.
What?
Quoting the rapper's spokesman, it'll make the viewer feel part of the entourage.
What? I like to do it. Maybe in the club. He's one of those guys, 50 Cent. Mm-hmm. I've got the CD.
Right.
I know it. Mm-hmm. Like every other word, though, is the N-bomb or the F-bomb. Right. So all I know is that the song, something that I'll meet you in the club. That's all I know. That's all I know about the song. Everybody listen.
And, for quite some time now, all you knew is what he told you.
I'm so retarded with this type of music. Mm-hmm. With this
type of music or so.
This black music.
What school did you go to?
That I listened to it, but I go, I don't know. My kid busted me on this over the weekend. We're listening to this. First off, he's amazed that I've got a 50 Cent CD. Okay, so I put it in, and as soon as I put it in, he starts laughing at me. He says, Dad, really, consider the fact, first off, I'm driving an Escalade.
I'll tutor you. It would be a pleasure.
He said, you don't want to be driving anywhere in this car with your windows down where anybody can hear this. I said, I like it. He said, you look like an idiot. And he said, do you know the words? And I said, well, the words are not good. I mean, they're bad words. I don't say the words. He said, what do you know? I said, I see you in the club, and you're making my love. I'll see you in the club. I'll see you in the club.
Spends a lot of time in the club.
I see you in the club. I see you in
FFF.
See you in the club. FF NNNNN FF NNNNN. I see you in the club. I see you making love. I see you in.
I'm glad it's made an impression on you.
I like it.
And I hear a demon in bed. Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't seen the last of the crazy new reality shows, and Fox, your leader in crazy, is now doing one based on a bachelor who's 4 feet tall.
Hey.
Hey, they had to go there. They had to go there sometime.
The Littlest Groom will feature a human male dwarf and a dozen equally diminutive women.
Why did somebody call Dan Snyder?
The show will air... Hi, Dan. The show will air next month during the rating sweep. Fox says the show will have a short run.
Oh,
Wait, there's more. Fox will also have a Valentine's Day special, several, in fact, including When Animals Attract.
Oh, hey, Animals Effing.
Oh, that's for sweeps, right?
Yeah. Love Hurts, which is about bizarre mating rituals.
George Michael.
And a 2-hour Cops featuring nothing but domestic disputes.
Wow.
George Michael.
And wait, there's more.
Really?
Fox will also treat us to 3 celebrity spelling bees in February.
I like that. Celebrity. Get Arnold on there.
Now that's a good idea.
Celebrity spelling.
That's great.
That works.
Ron Jeremy likely won't bang Tammy Faye Baker, but they may always be friends. The co-stars of The Surreal Life became buddies on the set based on what the Hedgehog tells the Inquirer. Quote, Tammy Faye was a living doll. She's real cute. I wasn't expecting a Jewish adult filmmaker and televangelist would click, but we did. She's got a live and let live attitude. She'll never endorse pornography, but that's okay. We frequently discussed religion, and I would smack somebody if they ever tried to take her Bible away. Jeremy says he also got along with Eric Estrada, who he says would wake him each morning with a song and a cup of coffee.
That's a little disturbing.
I bet they both have just mouths that won't quit.
Right. Demons.
I bet there's a bit of an odor.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, really.
You're talking, and that could be, who smells more? Ron Jeremy, Eric Estrada or Tammy Faye. I'd say you give Eric Estrada the pass.
Yeah.
That it comes down
Tammy and that rose perfume.
Yeah, and Ron Jeremy and just the smell of sex and body cheese.
Sex, body cheese, an overwhelming perfumed odor, and underneath the whole thing, just the overwhelming smell of ass.
I think you got it. I think it's either the smell of BM or the smell of BM and perfume.
And, of course, anytime you mention BM and perfume.
Congratulations. This is Max Bear Jr., Jethro Bodine from the Beverly Hillbillies, and you just won the CBS Celebrity Burp Contest.
Try to work that tape in every week.
Demon. Sports news and lots of it. Where to start, in fact. Bucks wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson is accused of assaulting and threatening to kill a guy who's dating Johnson's ex-wife.
Oh, now, did anybody hear this tape?
No.
Okay. Here's Buzz.
Go ahead, please.
Recap the story.
Yeah.
Maybe you have some new information. Last week, Michon was mugged.
Right.
So everybody feels bad for him. He got mugged. They gave the guy his money, his watch. Well, apparently he's estranged from his wife. There's a guy that was dating his wife, and he's trying to get back together with his wife. Anyway, he calls the guy on his phone and leaves a message for him. They played the message on ESPN, and they had the transcript up on top. And you want to talk about a guy who first he's got to fix his image because the Bucks cut him.
Right.
And then he's mugged, so you go, well, okay, well, maybe he's all right. Do you have the transcript, Buzz, of the message?
Not the entire message.
But the message is something like this. It goes, listen, MF, I'm going to F you up bad.
Yeah.
Now, when I see you, I'm going to punch your effing face in. Don't you ever effing come by me again. I'm going to get an effing lawsuit, punk. Do you effing hear me, punk? I will break your skull, punk. Do you effing hear me?
And then the guy immediately releases it to ESPN.
Right.
Of course he
A restraining order says Keyshawn has to stay 100 yards from the guy and his children. The owner of the NHL's Washington Capitals could be fined and suspended.
And Keyshawn Johnson maintained, I saw him afterwards, saying he only left that message because he loves his wife so much.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't want his wife to be with the other guy.
Yeah, okay.
He cares.
That way to go, Keyshawn.
He cares.
Idiot.
The owner of the Caps could be fined and suspended for attacking a fan. The fan had a sign that read, Caps Hockey AOL Stock, see a pattern? The embarrassed owner has apologized for throwing the 20-year-old fan to the ground.
I got to say something, and somebody's got to step up for this
Here's
guy.
Ted Leonsis.
Ted Leonsis is, unlike some other owners in this town, is a good guy that interacts with the fans, and I think he takes it passionately. He really does. And, and the guy, I think the guy said, whatever. They're letting bygones be bygones.
Leonsis says he's embarrassed.
Right.
A pitcher for the Cleveland...
There he is, and that's his final word on it.
Pitcher for the Cleveland Indians admits he made a gay porno once, but says he's not gay.
Oh, no.
The Japanese player who was hoping for a big career says he was young and his team needed money. He won't hear the heckling.
Oh, my God.
Won't hear the heckling. He doesn't speak English.
Wow.
And Dr. J says he's disappointed his soon-to-be ex-wife made public the sex tape he made with another woman 15 years ago, but quoting him, I'm not stressed about it.
Good for him.
Finally, because of the world's latest health scourge, the bird flu, they're killing chickens by the hundreds throughout Asia.
Mike's nickname was, of course. Mike didn't play high school.
That's right.
Dr. BJ.
Dr. BJ.
Not Dr. J. Dr. BJ.
And I'm not stressed about it.
In Vietnam, where the bird flu outbreak began, it's caused a change in the menu at Colonel Sanders. KFC in Vietnam serves now no chicken, just fish. Jessica Simpson is now more confused than ever. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
Yeah, that's it. We gotta go. We will see you tomorrow with the new episode and the Super Bowl and everything else. And good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you.
Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you, sir. All right.
It tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
PM.
Eaters.
Till we meet again, this is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.